See, this is the problem with running a live stream the week before Thanksgiving is everything is going to make you hungry because everybody is hungry. And then we're going to have the opposite when we do our show after Thanksgiving when nobody ever wants to eat food ever again.
Tomorrow.
But
Yeah, the week-long fast, man. It's kind of. I imagine it'll pay off and be worth it in the
eventually.
end. Though. Yeah.
I haven't had food
Guys,
since October.
Absolutely.
Because I didn't know
insane.
that it was November now.
But before we begin our adventures here, I'd like to thank some of our various partners that keep the Two Perception show going, making our things happen, giving us this handful of fancy dice. Raz is picking up over here.
The
Many
powerful
handfuls.
Malachite.
Norse Foundry, the power of Malachite, which rolls 20s whenever you need it to, exactly 5% of the time. And
Statistically, I've proven that the average on this dice is higher than normal.
No, you've not done that. As the person
No,
who statistically
stop.
checked it,
Stop
no.
The
talking.
number
you
was bigger
profoundly
than 1.
Have what? It's supposed to be.
No, the average that he brought out, 1 would be a perfect balance, and it was slightly higher than 1.
What'd you get, like 1.01?
Basically.
1.3.
Okay.
1.3.
Basically.
I hate
Oh.
being in the
Norse
same room.
Foundry,
head
go to
hurts.
Perception, get your 10% off the entire site. We've got our newest partners with Ark & Forge making the virtual tabletop software. With the Map Maker, the 2-in-1, being able to adapt that stuff on the fly is super fancy for the dumb shenanigans that your party is inevitably going to do.
Don't look at
We
me.
got a code over there too, 2PER, 2PER, $5 off of both the Fantasy and the Sci-Fi Essentials bundles. We got Sirenscape, filling us with the immersive sounds, the background audio, the spells, the weapon effects.
You're a weapon.
And we
effect.
got the Scarlet Triad, who aren't dead yet somehow.
Yeah.
We're working at it.
Brought to you by Revenge.
We're not. But they're not dead yet because the book says they're higher level than us.
We,
So we have to work our way up to get to them. And now that we're there, we're finishing them off.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that when you're in like the headquarters where the top echelon.
Yeah. No, we've earned our way to that point. Now
You
we're here
have
to finish them off.
basically burned your way through here nearly all of their operations throughout the Inner Sea region. Like all of Avestan has pretty
Like-
much been purged of the Scarlet Triad by now.
At this point, like, we're just kicking in random doors
doing
in
Milani's
cities and just
work.
be
Set
like,
them aflame at Cantargo.
We
I'm
You
are.
glad they
stopped
kept such
them.
meticulous records, man. Couldn't have done it without those.
We are the
I like to
Spanish
think my biggest
Inquisition.
sponsor, the Scarlet Triad.
The Scarlet Triad is anybody who's not a Christian
But we have
oh my
worked.
god,
or Catholic.
We have been
Thank you.
working.
Makes it better.
be
We
quiet.
have been working to stop their operations for nearly the whole of this adventure so far, in one way or another. And here we are, in the depths of the Red Pyramid, their base of operations underneath Katapesh. And I have, boy, just so many things
Regrets.
to remember how to run while we're going through here.
Loser.
There's been so many things. Look at this. Look at this thickness. Look at this. Is my spell list.
I don't even want to
For
talk
this
to you
Our
right now.
caster-
Dungeon.
I'm
You know,
sorry.
I'm sorry. We have
We have-
way more
I think
spell
my deck
cards.
is literally thicker than
No, it's not.
Give me your deck, Nick.
Maybe,
Take
maybe.
this.
I mean,
Get
Jen's gonna beat
crushed.
you. Jen's gonna beat you, but
I mean, this
we
is
are
the only spell
very
I need.
even.
yeah, you
And
want.
those are the ones that don't come in wands. So
We
you
are
have to include
very
these two.
even.
And I'm a
Me
fake
and you.
caster. I mean,
Yeah, well, and I have all of these on one-off people who die immediately, may or may not have even gotten to cast it when they die. So you
do
have
our
had an
best.
entire game to learn. Well, you've had
half the game.
65% of a game to learn yours, good sir.
Let the chaos reign.
Trishik at 0 hero points.
That's this many.
Impossible.
And you know how to use all 4 of them.
We'll leave
Hold
it.
on.
He uses this
You
many.
cannot compare to my list of spells I have over here.
You have mislead.
I have knock. I need mislead.
Is it real?
Oh, she has mislead.
Get it?
Yep.
Okay, fair enough. We do have a second arcane bot. We have 2 copies of each of the
Would
spell
somebody
list
like
box,
to
so-
hand me mislead, please?
No.
Well, we can.
I need box.
If
No,
you want to
you
dig it up,
can't.
go for it. But we
We
do
have two
have
of them.
for that exact reason, because every time I try to go get any card, one of you idiots has it.
Hey.
So. So that's why we have the second stack of all the spell cards.
I'm suspicious of this box.
I mean, it's a good thing I'm not a guest.
That is the newer
Guys,
box.
it's
The ones
fine.
over on that shelf are the newer ones. If there's one that you guys don't have, it's probably in the shelf
Guys,
box.
we're fine. I don't really need it.
Oh wait, we have
Fred.
3 arcane boxes, or is there not one on the ground over
There's
here?
not one on the ground.
Oh, okay. They both ended up on the shelf.
We need
I'm
all
like,
of the
How many
arcane.
freaking arcane spell cards do we get?
All of them.
I mean,
Anyway, as we left off last week,
True
We
should
had-
get 1 hero point. He needs more.
Made our way into the Red Pyramid. We had, after a brief bout of confusion, found a secret passage leading to the catacombs beneath the pyramid and begun to fight our way through the Scarlet operations proper. We have slain some contingent of the workforce that is left on site here, of the upper levels of the operation. Most recently having cleared our way into what appears to be a fairly stuffed archive here, with a huge amount of papers and scrolls and shelves. All moderate amount of now is scattered more throughout the room than they were before. The party fought their way in here. But we had just finished the battle that took place within. We still have, this is still one offshoot of the winding hallway that doubles back entirely on itself and seems to be twisting its way through the catacombs beneath the Red Pyramid. And because of how long that fight was, we pretty much quit immediately after we had finished fighting all of them.
Yes, we did.
So,
That's all that was, just like, yeah.
it was very much, okay, and then it is 8:30
Oh.
now, goodbye.
Hey,
Marshall also should not feel left out. We can't have one
you are
person here
correct.
without hero
We should
points.
have 3 at all times
Need
on this
this.
side of the table.
So yeah, so
I appreciate it.
So as we come back in here,
You're spellcasters. You're fine.
the group of you having now moved into this archive amongst the defeated foes, finally having a moment to look around the area and get a better scope of the situation. Again, it has these 3 areas branching off of it, 2 in the northeastern corner, each containing little more than a small cot and a storage space for a very minor amount of personal effects. And the one on the opposite corner, a larger area sharing 2 beds, a desk, and some more simple storage.
Okay.
A brief look through any of the footlockers or crates in these personal areas doesn't really reveal anything of interest. Some simple clothing, some Scarlet Triad, badges, manacles, perhaps. And again, more personal things, writing supplies. Nothing useful or informational
How many
to you.
Scarlet Triad manacles?
That depends. How many healers you kill in this room. 5? Then 5. Looks like 5 to me.
Are there any like illicit love letters?
Or 2 of the last ones.
I am certain, just due to the number of people that have come through here and the amount of time that they've had to set up and unceremoniously uproot their previous operations to the Red Pyramid, there would probably be at least some salacious correspondence that you could find. I mean, many of these people. Oh no, my money!
That's
You
what
don't
you.
get- I have unlimited money.
Do we find heartfelt letters to their girlfriend back in Katapesh that's like, I just need to finish up
mine
this
now.
rock quarry and then
GM.
everything will be great?
Forever from Anchor 89. Is it Kintargo what you were going for there?
Maybe.
Ravenel, perhaps?
Well, I was
I
saying the
have
rock
my-
quarry, which is in Ravenel, but
Yes.
outside of Kintargo. So.
Fair enough.
I was gonna ask, is there anything different on the one with the bow that looked like the boss in the room or the supervisor or whatever?
They wouldn't have anything.
Superintendent Bowman.
You would find throughout the various effects a couple of things interesting. Of course, all of the Scarlet Triad is relatively well equipped, and that's been true. For things they lack, monetary resources and equipment is certainly not one of them. And I think 2 bodies in here of the men with the scimitars and the saps. I will just give you a number of items that you care about. Again, I'm not going to make you identify fundamental runes at this point. Would each have had +2 greater striking scimitars, in addition to their +1 striking saps, but each would have been strung with a +2 striking short bow as well. Their armor +2 resilient. So again, well-funded organization, but we already knew that.
I'm hearing a lot of dollar signs.
Yeah, that's why I'm literally just giving you the runic quantity, is because I know that's exactly what they're turning into immediately.
And-
And it's
Anything
+1 striking sap?
Yeah.
+1 striking sap, +2 greater striking scimitar, +2 regular striking short bow,
Gotcha.
Anything.
+2 resilient.
I'm just not even writing the type
Yeah,
of weapon
you're
down.
getting like a list of combinations of runes.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Anything interesting in the books or
archer
writing?
himself would have been similarly equipped, with his short bow boasting a +2 greater striking rune, or her short bow rather, boasting a +2 greater striking rune. Her short sword +2 striking, her armor +2 resilient. She would have a fine set of thieves' tools, which I am sure there's no way you don't.
We both have
infiltrator
awesome
thieves'
ones.
I
tools at
have
this point, or something
infiltrator's
way better,
tools, a spare, and a skeleton key.
Yeah, like there's no way this is useful to you at this point. But just on the off chance that for some reason, like you didn't know that item existed.
I could use it to like clean my teeth.
That's true. They're also almost double as fine dental tools, really. Especially when your teeth are triangles and there's plenty of space between them because you are a lizard.
And very large.
He starts cleaning his teeth and it's like click out of 1, station on 2.
Tooth comes out and just a platinum coin.
Oh
falls
God.
out.
Ooh, I made a mistake.
It's fine. Another one will grow back.
I don't know if that's how that
The
works.
magi that you had faced, the dwarf and the tiefling girl, clearly would not need nearly as much. But again, just due to the wealth the triad enjoys, each of their daggers would be +2 striking.
Dang.
You know, on the off chance they got to pull those out just to shank somebody.
Better than my dagger.
One
Now
of
you have a
them,
better dagger.
You want one?
one of them
Yeah.
would have had on their belt, not the one who got stuck in jail with Trishik. The tiefling lady would have had a greater healing potion on their hip. But the one in the room with Marshall would actually have a Wand of Crushing and Despair as well, which is like a 2nd level spell. So you could identify that in 0 time whatsoever.
Sure. It goes in the pack.
That is also used to pick on teeth.
I have really, really way scarier stuff now, and so does Raz.
Now, as some of you are looking through
That too.
the bodies, again, there are still no keys or anything
No
of
notes.
particular value. Looking around the room itself, though, as you are in a fairly large archive, what are you all doing as you search through this? Are you all going to start rifling through this room here?
Yeah, I'm looking through the paperwork and books mostly to see if there's anything pertinent to what we are doing right now.
I guess Roshin's going to help because we are on a timer because we have spell buffs and I don't want them to expire while we're just sitting in this room looking through papers. So
That's fair.
I'll try to help.
Logical.
Oh, seeky beaky. Look
looking
for any
as well.
hidden stashes behind
Looky
like
booky.
cabinets or under
I mean-
drawers.
Oh, I'm also gonna drink a healing potion.
How about you, Rez?
Raz is practicing his trumpeting skills. He's just constantly taking a breather every now and then, but it's this Dirge of Doom.
Just ripping a sick jazz solo in
Yep.
the corner, giving you guys some smooth tunes. The
Terrifying
loop the Triad
everyone else.
archives, too. Very spooky. If you're not you guys specifically.
Fair. Well, I was searching the body of the archer, the boss, to see if I would find any like orders, scheduling, stuff like that. And then if he can't find anything on that person in particular, he's just gonna sit there and eat taters until everyone's ready to go.
Yeah, they do not appear. You have not found anyone. I guess you haven't run any locked doors either, really. So there's nothing you've really been searching for a key for. But none of them are carrying around
What a
Scarlet
surprise.
Triad's grand plans for Avistan or anything else
Well, I
that
fig-
could be useful.
I
Unfortunately,
figured it looked like an important figurehead, and they had like orders or something on them.
they did not. But the room perhaps would hold something of interest. Now, 3 of you that are looking through it, roll me some perception checks.
Perfectly average.
Raz music never stops.
Yeah, whatever.
287.
With the 37, I'll start with you.
42.
As you are looking around, there is a decent amount of various magical paraphernalia in here as well. Vellum and enchanted inks that are used for the production of scrolls or the incantation of spells. In more esoteric spell books are those that are of higher value. Much of them are unused. You would definitely recover probably like 200 gold worth of, I would just say, like scroll creation materials, as well as one already produced one that does seem to be of some interest. It seems to be pretty frickin' powerful, but it is clearly not divine in nature, and you are unsure exactly what it is. Well, there's someone in your party who could help you with that.
Well, I do have some occultism, but it's pretty
I got it.
finicky.
Yeah.
Maybe if Resme could take a peek at it
Sure.
and flutter her eyelashes at
Between
it.
the two of you, / possibly asking Raz to stop for 3 seconds and read this piece of paper because he auto succeeds because it's on a spell list.
Oh, good
Oh,
point.
sorry, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I see. It's the
occult
bard.
card.
It's the bard spell card. Yeah.
Believe it or
okay.
not, I can't actually tell what card that is from here.
It has a halfling on it,
Purple and has Lem on it.
playing a
I
flute.
can't see past like maybe the end of Colby.
Fair enough.
It looks like that.
Ah, thank you.
You would find what is indeed a very potent scroll. This is a scroll of Spirit Song, and it is actually heightened 9th level Spirit Song.
You should you should eat that.
I actually have that card over here.
Oh, fine. Well, I'll take okay.
It's not only on my spell list.
I guess that makes sense. That's why I had to go to second box
I
for it. I should
told
have
you
probably
where it
figured
was.
You
that.
should-
But
was-
it's worth money.
No, no, Raz
so-
just takes that and just shoves it in his bandolier. Actually,
Resme,
in
what
the
did you
hat.
get?
I'm gonna hand you this hero point. Resme got really stuck on the love letters, and she was thinking about Tyrannus, and it just really distracted her.
Tyrannus and Nikita.
Oh,
Stop.
that's right.
Left them to their own devices back in Breach Hill.
Much better.
I helped
Puzzle out
Tyrannus.
the elven poetry.
I helped Tyrannus write a letter for Resme. Resme has a surprise when she gets home.
47.
Yeah, the marriage.
With a
proposal from
47,
Nikita to
as you
Tyrannus.
tear yourself away from these
The
various
bright-eyed.
missives you probably shouldn't be looking at, honestly. It's okay. Well, they're dead anyway, so who cares?
Their family.
You realize that at least a small amount of the awkward shape of this room is due to the fact that part of what would initially appear to be a wall is in fact a door. The southeastern portion of the chamber, where it almost is just kind of a cut angular corner that slices across, is hinged and swings outward to reveal a small looping passageway beyond.
All right.
And it would just you poking your head inside as it hooks back around, it immediately leads to a staircase
Yeah.
going yet further
But
below.
I don't feel particularly comfortable leaving any of this floor unexplored because things could come
Reasonable and
behind us.
Probably smart.
It's not like
Trishik,
Roshin.
what did you get?
42.
With a 42, you find a strange coin cast of a nice hefty metal here from campaign coins.
Yeah,
with
for
a
me.
Pathfinder symbol.
Because I
on
rolled
it.
a 42, it's mine.
That says Mad Cat 17 on one side and Villain Point on the other. Oh, that's a full stack. You love to see that.
No, we don't.
Thank you. What a nice gentleman. Before we get going today, I'll get me all loaded up and ready to go. Put a smile on my face. But you also find that there is a lot of these ledgers are pertaining to the more legitimate facets of the Scarlet Triad business. It is a massive operation, and the vast majority of what they do isn't illegal. It is a lot of standard fare. There are a lot of various holdings that are passing back and forth. Throughout the city of Katapesh and throughout some of their operations in Targo, even they even dealt to some level in land and estates as well. But of
Wait.
particular note,
When the city, has like drugs and human trafficking is legal here. I mean, I guess.
sir, slavery is illegal within inside the walls of Katapesh unless they were already a slave when they got here. In which case, it's fine. You can't take a slave in the city, though. You gotta go outside and then come back in. Okay? What more could we possibly do to prevent
I know,
this?
really, really. That's all we can ask for.
But you, among this, would find one of particular interest. There is a deed here, not to the Red Pyramid.
It's like the castle all over again. The deed's just right there. You just pick it up.
This is their filing system here. So this is the place. I mean, obviously, it's not the situation of Citadel Altarian where it's like this deed is the property of whoever physically is holding it right now.
And it comes with the tax bill attached. Good luck, nerd.
It's more like they weren't here when that happened, so they don't get to laugh as hard as I do.
But there is the deed to the Betchamtal estate, which was the massive manor and grounds where the auction had taken place near the beginning of the month.
I do like that place.
With the deed itself is not you hold it, it's mine now, but it is definitely the first and possibly most important step to that process. With this, especially if the Scarlet Triad, suddenly ceases to exist,
Suddenly,
reclaiming
what is it?
Stewardship of the estate would be or
Possession
putting
is
it to whoever would
9/10
be.
of the law.
Really, no real difficulty.
Especially for you.
And the owners being, exiled is the other 10th of the law.
I'm gonna chug down a dark vision potion of the elixir and a Drake heart also, because that's pretty much out for me.
Fair enough. At this point, if they're searching through this room for this amount of time, your foresight and your heroism would expire. It's a pretty large archive here. It
So
takes
that's
a lot
enough
of
time
steps
for a
really.
refocus to go off. So
Yes, you would
Curse is
also be
gonna
able to
reset.
refocus while you're doing this as well, for sure.
That means
Oh,
my
that was
jazz
bad.
music refocused me.
Do you want a dark
I
vision
mean,
too?
if
Jazz music continues.
Jazz
Yeah,
music
for
I was
hours.
gonna ask
Oh, yeah,
if we
I'll
were
take it.
doing a 10-minute thing.
Okay.
I was. Just
Yeah, you
gonna
can
do it.
potato yourself while there.
All
You
right.
literally just said you were sitting there eating potatoes. So
I mean,
you
it
can
makes sense.
absolutely meditate.
I didn't know if we
yourself.
were doing 10 minutes or not.
I think
so.
at this point it has literally been a whole hour, so you can do it. at
Not a
any point,
one.
Not a 1,
Can I get a
so
potion?
it's
Yeah,
at least
sure.
a 24.
which means 2d8 plus 10.
That's still better than what I have.
Hey, health is health.
Health is health.
Health doesn't cost resources.
Hey.
Is health.
Oh, that's not. Oh, that's a 1. Never mind.
Roisin, did you like what that did? Do you want me to do it again, or are you okay for the moment?
Am I interrupting
Oh, no,
something?
perfectly fine. Thank you.
Can I get one of those?
Oh, sure. How many do you want? I've got 2 left. You can have them both.
Please.
Okay, sure.
How
What
bad
hit you?
are you?
Just
looking?
one.
Oh, you just need one?
Just one.
What are you? The archer shot you in the face.
I got hit by something, and I'm not.
I know the archer shot you in
No,
the face.
you got hit by a faint shot at you, and then the real shot hit you, and you were like, "Ha! You're so bad, you missed your target."
And
But
it did like 40 damage.
It dealt like I don't
While
know.
you're taking her potions, you want to pass this hero point down the table to her. Blade Tiger Resume is not allowed to die. You've made it this far.
Thank you,
You
Blade
can't die
Tiger.
in the home stretch.
Especially not after I've read these love letters. They've inspired me that maybe Tyrannus is not lost to me forever.
Too late.
Shh! No one wants to hear from you.
But all sharing
beg
what
to
you have found, the deed, the scroll, the staircase, c5e reconvene here with the room. Well, it's thoroughly searched as you can do quickly. You can't really go through every sheet of paper and tome right now. We don't really exactly have that kind of time. We're in the middle of an assault.
Okay.
What do you do?
so now we close the
I go
secret
through
passage.
every sheet of paper and tome in this entire room.
Okay,
Yeah,
so Raz
but-
is here for the rest of the adventure. What are the other 4 of you doing?
We're going down the
Closing this
hallway.
Closing the secret passage, so it again looks like we don't know it's there.
Fair enough. As you close that door back up again, keep that knowledge in the back of your mind. No reinforcements could possibly come from that direction. No idea what's down the stairs.
Let's put something there so that if
Immovable
something.
rod.
Easy. Opens outward. Deal.
Good luck,
Click,
nerds.
clack. What'd you give him a movable rod? Just pick it up at a shopping trip at some point?
Yeah, when I first
Yeah.
got to Catapesh,
That's
I
fair.
grabbed,
It is like
I
only a
grabbed
7th
two.
level
Solid.
item or something.
You
Yeah.
saw it sitting in a stand. Oh. Okay.
I mean, it is of the magical items of Galarian, one of the ones that I'm sure has more practical and mundane applications than most.
It's
because
common,
like
so-
a wand of fireball is, it does one thing. An immovable rod can be useful for a great number of
I need
things. You have
someone to
2
hang
of
my
them. It's an
clothes.
infinity ladder. You can just climb anywhere.
I
I
was
mean,
gonna
limited
put-
only by the strength of your biceps.
I was gonna put sovereign glue on the doorknob.
Well, but we have to go through it
No,
eventually.
other side.
There's not really a doorknob. It's just sort of like a latching mechanism.
Oh.
But you could put sovereign
It's a
glue on
thing.
that.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't be much of a hidden door if there's just a doorknob sitting on the front of
I
it.
meant like
The
on the
doorknob
back
has that
end.
sign hanging off it that says "Pay no mind."
No, it's purely decorative.
Pardon our dust.
Yeah.
All right.
I assume the group of you
Safety
then will head
first.
back out into the passageway that extends throughout much of this pyramid. And go ahead and put yourself in whatever order in that hallway you so choose.
We came from this way, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
We're
you would come
currently
from the
heading
north,
southwest.
you're heading
There's
to the
still a
south.
portcullis down here we have to check out.
Whoever designed this pyramid
All right, I'll be
really
right-
bad
right
out four way
behind
out.
you.
I'll probably be in the front
Are
again.
they?
I gotta talk to the architect.
Well, the architect is a wizard from several thousand years ago, so I think this is exactly what I'd expect a wizard from several thousand years ago to build.
I wonder if he
Oh,
knows
that
Man
was
and
your fault.
Piak.
Do you think all wizards know each other?
Well, like, but I mean, like he
Yeah.
went
They're
back
not
in time.
dwarves.
But I mean, like he went back in time.
They have a club.
Not the
Right?
wizard
Yeah, the Wizard
club.
Yeah, dude.
They meet up every other Tuesday.
Yeah.
To talk about how
to
much they
discuss
hate.
10th level spells being a thing that exists now.
No, they talk about spontaneous casters and how lame they are.
Well, time of fawn breaking free from his prison sure was terrible. Well, hey, we discovered 10th level magic. Shame how half the spells that used to be 9th are suddenly harder to cast now.
Breaking the third wall.
I could broke the second through fourth walls at the very least there.
Well, it's the Scarlet Pyramid. There's only 3 walls here.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Thank you, Nick.
I got it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, so as you went down this
7,
hallway, it does take a 70 degree angle. I have no idea what I was thinking of that 70 came from.
I mean, that roughly maybe.
90 degree angle to end up passing back southeast, directly away from the staircase you had come down the first place when you first approached the area. And considering the secret door in the middle of the hall that you are aware of, there is a pretty straight walk from that stairwell to here. Off at that angle, the hallway proceeds another 25 feet or so to another heavy set but fairly simple wooden door, where of course it is divided on the other side by this large iron portcullis. And I don't remember if I described it beforehand.
You did
so
not.
I will I definitely described the portcullis, so we'll describe what?
The door.
The door.
Which door?
The one
portcullis.
past the portcullis.
Okay, that's where I'm going, yes.
Oh, okay.
The door past the portcullis, which is incredibly ornate. It is not of wooden construction whatsoever. It is of the same stone as the floor and walls of these catacombs beneath the pyramid itself, this sort of reddish sandstone. And on either side of this massive double construction is a rough, almost hieroglyphic, as is largely the Assyrian-style depiction of 2 gods from that pantheon. At this point, in expert religion, level 17, you can recognize the concept of Assyrian gods. even if you don't know
Legendary,
much of
actually.
them. Oh, yeah, fair. You definitely would recognize Isis on one side, Ra on the other. As they stood, both facing the crease, separating the 2 massive slabs of stone from each other. The portcullis is a portcullis. It is not a locked door, so it does not have any visible key or even handle or means of ingress that you can divine from here.
Does it look like it's like bolted down, or is it just being held down by its weight?
I'll just reiterate it from last week, not for you guys, for the benefit of everybody watching as well. It is a massive ornate iron, thick wrought iron portcullis, where the iron spokes of each of these vertical bars actually sits into holes a few inches into the ground, but it does not appear to be bolted or latched so much as it is just set.
Do you guys want me to use Banished Door?
Marsh should probably pick it up.
There's no mechanism on the other side of the portcullis.
There is not you don't see any sort of lever or winching mechanism or anything in the hallway past it either.
How wide are the bars from each other?
They would probably be maybe like 2 inches apart from each other.
I'm not legendary yet.
Yeah, that would
So-
be like implausible entry.
I mean,
thing.
I can get past the door if you want me to go over there and look.
Marshall can just pick it up.
I mean, exactly. You want me to?
Yeah, go ahead.
I walk up to the iron bars. Yeet.
So as you go to lift it, the massive weight of the thing is one concern. But there clearly is some mechanism somewhere up in the ceiling, as even as you get it to move an inch or two, you feel it stopped by something. Make me an athletics check. Good sir.
Is this a good time to mention I am legendary in athletics?
Big heave.
That looks like a decent number. That is a 46.
Never mind, you don't feel any resistance whatsoever. That clearly succeeds.
Your
portcullis
snap-
is
You
disconnected.
take this series of
Literally
iron
just-
bars dividing
Oh.
the door here, and you literally just watch him lift this up. Now, the downside is he is a dwarf. Although he is quite a large dwarf, he can't exactly lift it up to the ceiling.
I just get slightly angry and just grow tall enough to
Well, you
reach
can
it.
certainly lift it high enough for any who wish to pass underneath
squeeze.
into this small section, the portcullis, into this small section, separating the portcullis from the massive stone doors on the backside.
Second immovable rod.
How much weight does hold? What's
800 pounds. So it might not hold the entire thing. It depends.
I know there's an athletics check to move an immovable rod. What is that athletics check?
I'll look it up. Give me just a minute.
Okay. You know, I literally was just talking to Aaron of Paizo the other day, and he's like, "Hey, you want an item deck?" And I said, "Well, I don't
Oh,
know how
I'm sorry.
much-
8,000 pounds of
I don't know
pressure.
how much we'd super get out of that." And then immediately run into minutia of an item, and I wish I had the item deck.
There you go. There you go.
You were right, Aaron.
I always wish I had the item deck.
It's DC 40.
DC 40? Okay, well, I'm going to just 8,000 pounds. It's not like it's actively resisting. It would not be 8,000 pounds of force. An immovable rod would be able to hold the portcullis up at height.
All right. Well, there we go.
Easy use for both the movable rods, one right after the other.
I know, right?
And thus, the passageway leading to the massive stone doors beyond is exposed. Now, as this
Teamwork.
Yeah, as this grate lifts, it makes no horrific screeching of metal against stone. There is a bit of a clunking of some mechanism clearly in the ceiling, but it makes surprisingly little noise as he lifts it up.
You want me to knock it?
What's the door? We should probably have Trusic check it first. Wouldn't want to be like last time.
Oh, yeah, that's probably gonna.
And probably the floor in front of the door. And the ceiling in front of the door as well. Actually, let's check the walls
What
while
are
we're
you all
at it.
doing as you move forth here? Good time to refresh our exploration actions, Rez.
Right now, hey Trishik, can you carry me? As in a moment, in a flash, Raz the size of a rat, for he is now a rat.
He was always a rat.
He is an actual rat. He is this.
He is.
And he just kind of puts
What
his
happens to
paws up.
Mataz?
Mataz is on the ground, kind of looking stunned. Looks over at Roshin.
Well, you got to carry both. He's got to carry Raz and Mataz.
Looks over at
Works for
Resme and
me.
just looks like him and just climbs on the other shoulder.
You got to carry two of rat. Well, while you are a
One's a
small
green.
rat boy, what are you doing?
It's just going to be seeking.
Seeking?
Roshin is going to be seeking, but from well outside the the hallway.
Outside the portcullis. People who are going in there, not you.
Exactly.
Resme.
I'll be recalling knowledge.
Okay, thinking. Trishik.
Sneaky beaky.
Sneaky
While a little seeky.
And seeking. And obviously, Marshall has literally not changed his exploration action at any point in the Age of Ashes. So I'm going to assume that you are still scouting for something. So who is approaching these doors first, Trishik?
Me.
As you sneak on up
The
to them
lizard.
and start to look them over, you can immediately tell that what kind of at first appeared from the distance and while you were focused on the portcullis to be the same red sandstone as the walls is actually a pretty thick layer of rust. This set of double doors here is solid iron, and they are massive. They do seem to have some ancient esoteric system that appears needlessly complex, but does its job quite well, keeping them secured in their position. This one would absolutely have something thieveryable about it if you wanted to try to undo these mechanical constraints. Is
I
anybody
would
else
love
up there
to.
other than just Trishik and Rez?
I don't
Are you
think
all
so.
kind of standing outside the portcullis just watching?
Yeah, I think
I mean,
so.
we generally like to stand out of the radius of wherever Trishik is when he's messing around with this stuff.
Usually smart just in general.
So, as a rat, like, what do I have to
Two
worry
rat.
about?
You have two red.
You're slow too because you have two riders.
I mean, they can
but,
give you
like-
dysentery.
Do I have
And
to
plague.
like put you down? Can you come
I'm-
up? Like,
Just on your body somewhere.
While he is
You've lost track.
attempting to, assuming that you are taking an exploration action, you're seeking, you're moving
Yeah.
around, you're looking. You are slowed one, while Raz is a nuisance about you, because he definitely takes an amount of your concentration. But other than that, I think that's pretty much it.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I will attempt to open
We'll just use the
door.
mount rules, I guess. Like it works for me.
So,
Give him the pet cash.
38 to pick the lock is one action.
Okay. And as
Or
you reach
disable
in,
the device. It's not even picking a lock at this point.
it is more disable device than picking a lock. Yes. Not that it's a trap, just that it is so like mechanical. It is not a single latching system at one point, like a doorknob between these. Whatever this is, it runs near the full length, floor to ceiling, connecting these two huge iron plates together and rendering them immobile. And with a 38, you actually will not be able to disconnect them. It is
Like more actions, or that's a fail?
that's a fail,
You're right up there.
and it's not picking a lock here. It is
Would you like some help?
a strange machine.
That thing looks odd. I mean, as long as it's not going to blow up on me.
39.
39 still fails.
Okay, because I do have the master infiltrator tools, which is a +1. It's just not factored into the number.
It hasn't been relevant yet.
Yeah.
He's pretty good at picking stuff. So as Trajik fails to get this open, this is a disabled device, so that's you can't get it open. It is beyond you.
Disable the device.
I guess I'll go over kind of behind him and I'll take a look at it.
I
Dear,
can
are
keep
you
checking.
sure?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Well, you can try it again.
Yeah. Unless I
Okay.
critically fail, I can keep going because critical fail would trigger, which I assume in this case would be I.
Right. Okay, that's fair enough. So yeah, you can attempt
Failure or
again, for
just
sure.
you fail.
I'll take a look at it anyway, just because I'm up there.
There you go.
Is that a 20? Oh, I hate you.
As you're approaching Resme, you are recalling knowledge. Give me. This would be a society or religion, so or arcana, I suppose. And as you approach and start looking this over, you'll hear these ratcheting clanks and clicks and clunks and thuds. More noise than forcing the portcullis open made, as these huge bits of interlocking metal Trishik is working back into their respective panels. This is a bit of a process.
very
It's not
nice.
super quick.
And it is a 50 for if that matters for anything.
Critically succeeds. Obviously, roll a 20, so
Yeah.
like to hope it does.
36.
With the two gods of the Osirian pantheon that are put upon this door, you don't think that this was a chamber devoted to any kind of ritual or preparatory thing or death. This doesn't look to be that. This union of Ra and Isis together on the doorway would more represent an abundance, or it's. I'm trying to think of a good, easy comparison here. Kind of, those Syrians and a lot of their burial rites and a lot of their crypt structures, they buried notable figures with a large amount of their worldly possessions, so they would continue on with them in the afterlife. And this would be this pyramid's equivalent of that. This would be the chamber that held the worldly goods that Ra and Isis would ensure were prepared and waiting on the far side wherever it was that the departed soul went.
Everyone, we're about to go into somebody's actual, maybe crypt, so let's at least try to be a modicum of respectful.
Actual crypt? What? Wait a minute. I thought a crazy wizard built this place.
Well, apparently somebody was also buried here.
Huh. Two
This
birds,
would
one
not
stone. That
be
sort
a
of thing.
burial chamber, notably.
But, we're not going to take their stuff.
Well, now let's not be hasty.
Well, you're not going to take their stuff.
We've seen an example of this already.
We're trying to end slavery, after all. This stuff's just sitting here.
Marshall's like, hey, we really shouldn't touch this. Oh, you're right.
But as you get these all detached, these massive iron doors set a bit. This mechanism having held them exactly in their position for only the gods at this point know how long. And as they drop a little bit in their frame to losing this system of support, there's just that fine little rain of rusted dust coming down from the top of the doors, where part of them is now revealed to the hallway that hadn't been prior. A bit of rubble crumbling to the ground, and a very musty scent as this unseals.
It's almost like this hasn't been opened in hundreds of years.
This would be a very clear something that the Scarlet Triad had not gotten into. This is just something that
So I'm just over here like,
been here.
Oh boy.
You are certainly, because by all accounts, they've been here less than a decade. This door has not been open in way longer than that.
It's like Christmas.
It's like Christmas.
Ta-da, the door is open.
You go into their headquarters and you find a loot cave.
Loot.
Oh, I bet you it's full of golems, stacked right to the ceiling.
Yeah, I'm with Rasheen on this one.
I'm hoping it's all orange
13
drops.
greater liches.
The other one. The iron doors themselves take some effort to move, but glide easier than their massive frames would suggest. And as they swing slowly inward, they do reveal a large reliquary beyond. Chamber 30 feet around, octagonal in shape as you come in from the north end here, with one central huge pedestal dominating the body of the chamber. It itself 20 feet across and 10 feet wide, but only probably about 4 feet high or so. How tall's Rez?
Right now, he's like that big.
Oh, you're a rat. How tall's Rez normally?
Like around 3 foot.
It's a little taller than Rez, but something that all the rest of you will be able to see over. Strangely enough, this dolmen of sorts has nothing upon it. No body, no offerings, nothing really there. And this chamber in here would be the first one that is completely devoid of an interior source of light. The only light coming in being that which is on the group of you. But behind it, you can see the great stacks of material wealth that were once left. Glittering heaps of gold coin, tall enough to be visible over this 4-foot-high central dolmen.
Guys,
Give me a
What you
rough
suppose
estimate.
that is the case there?
Give me
Guys-
what? I'm taking a look at it. What's the rough estimate?
Well, I mean, you can only see like the top.
I mean, I'm
level
sure she's
here.
shoulder.
Yeah,
and he's like
it's
10
still
feet
like
tall.
25 feet back from you,
Okay.
and it's 4 feet high, so like you can't see most of the pile. But given the size and the angle you're at, everything you see appears to be gold. It looks like it's gonna be at least like that's gotta be at least 20,000 coins to be just heaped that high to be visible.
On his shoulder, Raz just pops back to normal, sitting on his shoulder. That's a lot of gold. That's a lot of money.
It certainly paints a pretty picture. I'll give you
Guys,
that.
I mean, have you ever heard like all that glitters like isn't gold?
No,
like,
I'm pretty
maybe
sure
it's-
that's all gold.
I feel like it's a.
Coins and stacks.
Doesn't that seem a little too good to
I
be
feel
true?
like it's a trap.
Yes,
Yeah.
for what is worth, this is likely a trap.
I
it's
think it's
probably
a trap.
guarded somewhere, but it's certainly worth investigating.
Make
wouldn't you
me
say?
a perception check, Raz and Trishik. Were you seeking Roshin?
I was seeking
Then Roshin as well.
It was I seek.
because I didn't trust it
Well,
for
because
nothing.
she's
I
got her
wanna
shield
roll
up
over
most
there
of the time.
Okay.
No, you
Pass
asked
the-
me if I was seeking.
No, that's
Oh,
Roshin.
no. I thought you said Marshall. Sorry.
7.
Yeah, it's a 7.
Yeah. I have a 33 then.
233, Roshin.
36.
36, Trishik.
Money.
I don't like the 6 I rolled.
He has money.
There's a lot of money over there. I can spend 1 coin.
He's got a point.
Hey!
Better.
Okay, so 42.
Well, the 42 is you look around this room. A giant pile of money. It's tempting, but it's also a little
Way
bit
too
suspicious.
conspicuous.
That is sus.
It is perhaps at least a little bit too good to be true, as the room does not appear to be entirely safe. It's sequestered up just inside the doorframe and the upper corners of the room at the top of the wall, near out of the view of light, and in the place that would be the easiest to overlook, there are 2 tiny, almost pin-sized nozzles set into the ceiling, facing in towards the chamber.
I think we just close the door and forget about this room.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Are you serious?
Well,
Well, until we're done with the triad.
Yeah, I'd prefer not to get.
No, no,
So-
no, 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 no.
looking at
What
the
is with
floor,
you? You're not usually
do
caring
I
about
see
money.
an
It's not caring
obvious
about
trigger?
money. There could be something useful here.
You don't see any kind of an obvious trigger. There's nothing that you see, but seeing the nozzles, they haven't gone off the door opening. You just, through reason, there has to be one near inside this room somewhere, but you can't identify exactly what or where it is.
What was that bottle of sovereign glue you're trying to go put on that doorway?
Closing the door.
Oh, you're
Hold
getting
the
cold
iron
feet
doors
too.
back.
Really? Are you serious?
We can deal with this when we have the time and resources to figure out exactly
Thank
what
you,
is wrong.
Trishik.
Look,
the voice of reason.
No, you're not being reasonable. We're trying to seize a fortress here. We need every
Remember
advantage
the-
we can get. There's
Hey,
probably
Rasheen.
something in there beyond just the gold.
Rasheen, remember the fungus that
Yeah.
gave you a lot of trouble?
Oh, don't you?
I'm having flashbacks and feelings of that.
Also, Rasheen,
I don't want to see you dying on the floor before we go, cancel slavery.
Your concern is touching. Truly, it is.
Let's-
It warms my heart.
I mean, what do you think is in there? Like the
Oh, I don't know,
knife
maybe-
of stabbing things
Maybe
forever?
ancient magics from 2,000 years ago, back when the wizard who built this place. Like, it's probably pretty
Like,
potent.
I just told you that the wizard didn't build this, that this is a burial chamber, and it hasn't probably been open since then. I don't think the wizard did any of this.
You're basing it off of nothing whatsoever. It's clearly wealth. There's clearly power here, and we need that with us
If
for
you
now.
would like to enter the room, before I have the chance to deal with the trap, you're welcome to.
Oh, so you're not actually giving up and walking away? Because they all are talking as though you're giving up and walking away.
No,
For
for now.
I am walking away.
But not, you want us to go do all the hard work when there's something quite useful in there that's going to help us out.
There's nothing in there that's
Like I
useful.
You don't know any
Literally
of that.
nobody has attempted to detect magic in the room. You just looked at it.
Yeah.
I don't.
I have that
I
on.
don't have that spell.
That's just on.
You have that feat? Really?
What feat?
The one that has detect magic on all the time?
Arcane sense.
I thought you said that was dumb.
I'm confident you don't have that. You don't need to cast detect magic to identify the properties of something you're holding. but-
Oh, okay. I see what
Yeah.
you're saying.
I don't
So
have that
I'm
spell.
closing
Because
the
you
door.
told us very directly that feat was dumb. and
That
you were
feat is
taking
dumb.
So should we
Would
just
have been real
try
nice
the
here,
other
maybe,
door
but-
now, or
We're seriously just going to walk away from this.
I mean,
We'll
if
come
you
back
want to,
later.
if you want to
No,
go
we're
in,
not. Not if half of us die in the last
Rasheen,
fight.
if you want to go in there, you're more than welcome to go in there. I'm not going to stop you. I mean, I can't stop you, but
If half of us die, then I'll just come back and loot it myself.
Oh, that's very kind of you, Trishik. Look at that.
No
Making
matter
sure no
what,
stone unturned.
I will make sure the gold goes to a good, needing pocket like
You're
mine.
even going to lay us out on that plinth in there so we look nice inside and picturesque inside the barren room.
I will even close and lock this door, and no one will ever disturb your bodies.
I will do you the best honor that I can, which is shrink your body, cover it in salt, and stick it in my pocket.
Oh, that's delightful.
like
Turn
I do
me
all
into
of my
jerky.
friends.
Why do I
Just a piece
associate
of
with you
beef
people?
jerky in your best friend's pocket.
Well, Rasheen seems very sad about leaving. Like, trap notwithstanding, the huge pile of money. I mean,
We're not even trying. We're not even
it
trying.
can be
for
a
it.
baited hook, but the bait is still there. You still want the bait. You just don't want the hook.
Marshall kind of goes up to Rasheen and puts his arm over her shoulder. I'm like, listen, worst case scenario, when this is all over, I'll just have, my employees over at the Gladiators Guild just pilfer the place and hold on to the fortune for us later.
If Marshall doesn't want to do it, come on.
I'm clearly outvoted here. There's nothing I can do about it, but I'm just quite upset.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I want to do it,
welcome.
but if the boss says it's a bad idea right now, then I'm going to agree with him.
Not a single one of us is stopping you from taking a step into the room.
Seriously, we're gonna go to. We're doing this, are we?
No.
No. It's fine. It's fine. I'm doing it.
Rasheen doesn't put his
Push the door open.
I'm gonna
Here we
put
go,
Raz-
trap. Come and get
I'm gonna
me.
put Raz down and back away.
Put Raznak back up.
Goodness
So-
gracious, all this great nonsense.
I'm throwing
I'm
foresight
normal
back up on
size,
her.
so-
I'm gonna pick up a rock and just throw it into the room.
Before she does that, I'm casting foresight on her again.
Okay, that's 9th level spell. Second one pops up on Rasheen here. You toss this rock in the room, and you hear
Idiot.
it as it hits a stack of coins in the deck. You hear a massive clattering, like a huge display of dominoes collapsing as these coins cascade into an enormous pile that must be
Made a
present
mess.
behind this dolmen.
We're just gonna knock it over and we put it in the sacks anyway.
Are you going in the room?
I guess I'd better.
Rasheen,
Air bubble.
smart. Has the air bubble and steps inside the room.
I'm at
another
least 10
seat.
feet away from the door. Just in
Another
case.
step,
Lanced by nightmare salts.
and another step,
you know what?
and
It'd
nothing
be s-
happens.
You know, it'd be smart if we just
I'm gonna take another step
take the removable
and I'm
rod
gonna move
from the port.
around the plinth.
If we just take the removable rod from the portcullis and prop it
You're
on one of the
talking, and you
doors.
see Rasheen start to work around the side of this this dolmen here. And looking at the backside, the pile of gold is dramatically larger. It's not just a couple of peaks; it is almost the whole of the area back here. And still, as she gets up to the edge of this, nothing has happened.
All right.
Well,
so,
the rest of you'll just still stand there, just kind of
Yep.
watching.
So bag of holding.
And as she comes around the edge of this to see this massive pile, the doors, put her back where she was, the doors slam themselves shut, plunging you into darkness.
Nope.
Dark
Oh.
vision.
I gave her the dark
plunging
vision.
you
Gave me
into
dark vision
darkness, which you can see through,
Yeah.
as the color disappears from the area, and you can hear ratcheting slams as the entire interlocking mechanism between the doors links itself back together.
Oh, that, yep.
And as the
very
color
serious.
fades, you see a shape bubble through the coins, shucking some of them aside, as a strange, slimy mass rises up, followed by a gnarled human hand reaching up with it. I need some initiative.
I
from
just
everybody.
want to be very clear that I told you so.
Gattaca!
We can't even hear what's going on in there. Marshall, would you do me a
I don't
favor?
know if they get my battle, if they,
They
get my
can't
call to
hear you.
arms.
They definitely cannot
But
hear
I
you.
definitely
Giant
get
iron
it.
door. So you get your call to arms. Trishik, just roll 20s, forehead. Jaded, if you hero play into a 20, you get an automatic refund from chat. Jaded
Here you
Tempest,
go.
give that one.
No, I'm joking. Okay. I got a 17 on initiative. I'm not re-rolling that.
All right, well, we'll start with you then, Trishik.
I'll
What's that
re-roll
give you?
18s, but not 17s.
What's that give you?
46.
46.
Using perception.
Marshall?
Oh.
I got, with my scouting bonus, 27.
You also do not get Marshall's scouting bonus, Trish.
Okay.
as
That's
you,
fine.
you cannot really communicate with each other right
I
now.
rolled a 2.
Raz.
31.
These are 20 apart, by the way.
31.
This is a 47 and a 27.
What did you roll?
Resume.
I rolled a 2.
49.
49.
I rolled a 3.
And Roshin.
45.
45.
See-
Solid.
I have a +1 of wisdom only.
All right, let me roll
1.
Slimy Lad.
We'll say nice things at your funeral.
Oh, I certainly hope so. I'd say nice things at yours. I've been practicing them.
Shut up, you can't see each other. Good news, Ooze not fast. Bad news, D20 gone forever. Good news, Ooze not fast. I'm having a hard time today, man.
rolled a 1.
So, question. A critical success.
It only beat Marshall. It's an Ooze. It's fast are not the things that happen with this. Critical success?
A critical success on a disabled device lets you activate or like rearm something again later. Does that mean I can just open the door again because I critically?
That's already armed now. That's not the thing that you
Oh.
can do. You have to open it again.
That would have been funny.
As
It's just
this
like I already know
ooze-
the answer.
Rises up. Roshin can hear much louder than everybody else, but the rest of you can hear up in the walls above you, with just a very slight hiss.
Yeah.
As the room starts to fill with a gas. And you can see a mist blowing out from several of the
bubble.
corners in this area.
Stuck through air bubble on
Air
earlier.
bubble. So that doesn't matter to you literally at all, which is fantastic. Air bubble was a good call. You literally saw the nozzles, so I mean, like, if you have that as an option and didn't do it, I think at that point,
I deserve it.
anything that happens is on you. Pretty profoundly.
That's part of why I was contemplating going in the room because I was like, I have breath control. I just hold my breath for half an hour.
Resume. As you're outside the door slams shut, you hear all the mechanisms re-engage. You hear nothing from beyond. There are massive iron doors separating you from the vaults. Roshi knew what she was doing. She knew something was going to happen.
I've wanted to do this from the beginning anyway. In fulminum macum! And disintegrate.
Disintegrate. Okay, well, that's going to do some damn hogway.
Those are words, I think.
Those were words.
I'm going to disintegrate the door.
It's going to do some damage.
Yep.
You got
It's
to.
going to do some. It does damage.
You have to,
Disintegrate deals damage
you have to roll the
objects.
hit and.
You don't have to roll
no.
the hit. It's a door.
Actually,
that's cool.
I don't think it does. I think if it's an
absolutely
object.
do damage with Disintegrate. Disintegrate is a damaging spell that deals damage. It's very good at dealing damage to objects, but it deals an amount of damage that is not infinity.
Who knew?
You don't get clawed 9s.
It just says an object you hit is destroyed. No save, regardless of hardness, unless it's an artifact.
Huh. Fair enough. The door is gone.
The door takes
I'm
infinite damage.
pretty sure I know
It
that.
actually does infinity
It did
damage.
clawed 9s. There we go.
And as the door opens,
knock. Open
a
up the door.
wave of gas rolls out over the rest of the party, and everybody but Roshin make a Fortitude Save.
That was a quick fill up. I guess.
The nozzles are right inside the door.
Yeah. Well, here goes.
Yeah.
That was average.
Question: does it matter if I don't roll 1?
Probably. You can just tell me the result you rolled, and then I can tell you what happened.
He doesn't wanna-
Usually what happens when I
You
ask for a
failed.
save.
On a 2, you failed.
Oh, it's not 2.
Okay.
Let's see. Am I dumb? Is this just toward rulebook? I'm looking in the back in the giant list of Scarlet Triad poisons, and I'm like, why can't I
don't know.
find this?
Should I reroll this?
Because I
I
don't think
rolled
it's in the Scarlet Triad
10.
poisons. I think
33
it's
is
just a
like-
regular poison.
I don't know if I should.
What'd you get?
Almost my bonus.
No,
Hate you.
Burp, 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 burp.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah.
You got higher than me. I rolled a 12.
I'm okay.
Where do you live? Oh, it is in here. Okay. Raz, what you got?
33.
Fail. Resume.
Resme will hold her breath for a minute.
Resume, what did you get?
I'm giving you
Hero
a hero
point.
point.
I'm looking at the thing.
He's giving you a narrative for a hero point.
Fair enough, my bad. Look, that's
That is much better. I like that way better. That's a 40.
40 is a success. Marshall?
38.
38 just barely a success. Yeah,
But
okay.
Juggernaut says critical
True chic.
success.
It's a poison. It doesn't matter.
38.
38 is also a success.
Critical
So,
success because breath
It's a
control.
poison. It doesn't matter.
Breath control, it's an airborne poison.
It literally doesn't
There's
matter.
no critical success
There
effect
is
on the thing.
absolutely
Oh,
it
there
doesn't
isn't?
matter.
no
I have
success
it.
For exposure to a poison ever.
Better safe than sorry.
Well, I
Who are
We have
you?
abilities and
So-
we're proud of them, damn it.
I don't get to use it much, thank you.
Then you still don't.
You're a nerd!
As this door collapses into powder here, and this gas billows out of the hallway. You have one action left, Rosemary.
Shield.
Shield the gas.
Sure. Smart. Let's go with that. It's safe. The worst that could happen. I make this thing with all these little. I got these status cards, and I do this thing where I sort them into like the ones that I use commonly, quick reference decks, and it just makes me take the amount of time it would take me to find a card times the number of decks that I have. It doesn't make anything faster at any point. I'm not smart, and I point this out every time, and I don't fix it.
Well, that
Sounds
requires
about right.
effort, and you know, once it's after the stream, the problem is past.
Gonna hold my breath for the foreseeable future.
Well, as these have sprayed their thing and it is rolled out, it thins into the hallway pretty quickly. You don't feel
Still
like
holding my breath for the
that's fair.
foreseeable future.
but-
I can do it for over half an hour.
Yeah, why
now.
not? Better safe than sorry.
So, do they sound like they're still going?
No, they sound like they sprayed it into the room. You open the door, it's diluted enough now. They went, they blew their load, and that's pretty much
Okay.
it. It just happens on initiative.
And there's a goop.
And you can see a goop coming up out of this pile by Roshin here.
I'm gonna pull
and
my bow out and shoot the goop.
as you pull your bow out, you hear a massive slam as the portcullis behind you also drops down.
Oh wow!
So-
What happens to the immovable rod?
Oh, the movable rod's there. Yeah, it's still not heavy enough. No, you're good actually. Movable rod's still movable rodding. Cool. Bow. Yeah. By the power of.
We win
movable
today.
Best item.
Being prepared.
I mean, you guys were as prepared for this encounter as you possibly could have been, really.
I mean, it's a
I mean, we were ready for this as
So-
soon as we walked into Katapesh, then we realized politics were a thing.
39.
39.
I saw you before you woke up this morning.
I mean, 39 is gonna hit. It's
Yeah.
a blob.
18 piercing damage. Can it bleed?
No. As you hit, that is just. Like, you're gonna see your arrow fly into and just rest in the slime of this thing nearly harmlessly. It is gonna resist almost all of that. Yeah, one action left, I believe. I'm pulling your bow out and shooting.
Shoot it again.
Shoot it again!
when in doubt, more damage. Better.
So that's a hit. The number went up by 7.
That good.
So by 2 it hits. Do I do Damahogway? So
Casting spells now.
I really hate it when you
Damahogway!
19.
19 will.
I'm doing
It's
damage.
higher than 18, so.
Every
it
point counts.
has 7 points of damage now. I'm gonna write that on the page 7. Okay.
That's half my health.
It's an ooze. What am I gonna do to it?
Rosh. Hey, it's not splitting.
Nothing
so-
can stop
That's
it.
good. It's a good thing.
Roshin.
How tall is this room?
Probably about the same as the hallway. It's about 10. Maybe
Okay,
12
so
feet.
the room's
standard
the
ceiling.
room's a
It's-
pretty low
yeah,
ceiling
it's not
here.
really vaulted or anything. It's
Okay.
a wide, stout chamber.
Okay. Just kind of see the arrows sink into it with little effect. It's like, look, saying you're all worried about nothing. Engal Kovacha! And a golden duplicate of Roshin is going to appear behind the ooze and swing a phantom morning star down at it for a, interesting enough, a spell attack roll.
Bonk.
Or actually, it's my attack roll.
So you say that, but then the ooze takes its turn and you die in 1 hit.
32.
32 will hit.
So this is going to be this plus my wisdom modifier in damage, which is going to be 14 plus 5, 19 force damage.
Not physical. That's what we're looking for. That'll do.
Curse becomes happier because counts as a strike.
Glad you're on strike.
So this force magic doesn't even be. This is force mace smashing into this thing. You know, flat thing hit pudding. One of those two things is significantly more effective as this mace kind of splatters into this. But you see more of this ooze rising up, and you see following this hand an entire corpse crawling up out from the pile of coins. Face almost raining gold off of it as it emerges like the world's worst Scrooge McDuck. This ooze billowing out from the dead body and almost dragging it along with it. You have, I have no idea how many.
I have
actions
one
left.
action left.
Okay, like, I'm not going to pretend to know how many actions you just used.
I'm gonna actually raise my shield, and we're gonna see what happens because she's never seen this thing before. She's not sure. She's not really sure what's gonna happen.
Thought you were gonna solve a mystery.
Oh, so where's Raz in the line here?
I just put him down like beside me.
Yeah, I'm
So
right
he
behind your
could choose
sheet.
to be in front or behind me, I guess. Because I just picked him up and put him
He
down.
should be, I imagine, behind you. I'm going to guess.
That's
I'm
his
just gonna
choice.
Guess. You
All right,
want to
he
be in
might-
front of Trishik or behind Trishik?
I'm behind Trishik.
That's kind of what I figured. Okay. So as you breathe in this gas here, you see Raz's eyes kind of widen, and he turns around, clearly a bit distressed, and seeing this disintegration beam fly past his head, he turns around towards Resme, incants whatever telekinetic projectile is, and flings a line of the coins fountaining out from this room towards her head.
And that's why I'm glad I used shield today. Also nimble dodge.
They don't stack, but you can break the shield.
But I can break the shield if I want to.
Is Nimble Dodge circumstance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't. Yeah, fair enough.
A natural 20.
See? Now aren't you glad?
Break that shield.
So it's going to. These coins are going to slam into Resme and crit her for some damage.
I'm gonna break the shield.
Okay, so it's
I
gonna be
don't-
reduced.
I don't know the damage for telekinetic projectile. I don't
It's
that not the
nine.
cantrip you go
it
to
is
for damage?
96
96
plus 5.
plus 5.
96 plus 5.
You know telekinetic projectile.
I use it like every other level.
I was like, I know you've casted a spell before.
I've casted it before, but I don't cast it a lot.
Fair.
My cantrips are Inspire Courage, Inspire Defense, Surge of Doom. Math.
And then
10,
double.
Resume goes down in one
20.
hit. Whoa.
Tink, tink, tink.
20, 28 plus 5,
Like it, man.
33, 66.
66 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right, minus.
See, Raz can hurt something if he
20?
tries.
Should be 20 at this point.
Shield breaks for a lot.
Yeah,
I
shield
know.
breaks for a lot at ninth level cantrip, so it should block a decent chunk of that. While you look that up, you have one action left. You're
25.
confused.
Breaks for 25.
So
Plus my temp damage.
So you take 41.
So that's 36. So I'm gonna take.
36. Yeah.
I have
Six-
temp hit points up.
Okay.
So 36.
41's the damage taken after the shield.
Okay.
You have an action left.
So 30.
I would say the closest thing you don't really have a physical. You have the whip.
It's put away. So.
He pulls out the whip. He looks angry. The rat's going crazy. And just
I guess
Royal
a
Rat
problem.
Authority music starts playing.
Roll.
And then make me a Fortitude save.
Oh boy. Oh boy. That is a 40.
And then you overcome it and kind of come to grips with yourself. And you see his eyes sort of narrow back in a bit. You have a whip in your hand. You're not really sure why you just threw a bunch of money at Resume, but you threw it real good.
Did you see that, Miss Hershey? I could do something. Why do I have
Next
a-
time.
Why do I have a whip?
I gave it to you, remember?
Now, as this ooze dragging this corpse rises out from this pile of money here, a long tendril, very thin, starts to spiral out from the edge of it and kind of coil around, almost defying gravity up above the thing before it lashes out, striking down towards Roshin.
Yep. Here she is. She's ready for it.
You got the shield.
Come on, what you got?
Bad things are going to happen.
What?
I said you knew bad things. were
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
happen.
okay. I was going to say, you got to roll the dice first before you say that.
It's gonna be at the 33.
33. Yeah, she's ready for it. She kind of deflects it to the side.
And as that hits and you're blocking that, you see the head of the corpse kind of twitch and start to move around almost of its own volition. And the mouth rolls open and starts to gurgle out words.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Make a will save.
Maybe I do understand what she's saying.
Because this is Thriller.
Divine Aegis? Is it a divine? Does it have a divine tag?
It is a divine spell.
-1. I had a feeling it was, but
I saw you think about it.
yeah, I'm
You
like,
decided
I'm
to go
probably
for it
gonna
anyway.
regret this. All right, so that's 38.
You are also confused.
8 will succeed.
Critical
just
success!
Barely. So whatever it casts, you feel a quick tug at your mind, but you shrug it off. As Ghost of Azan adds a hero point to Trishik for breaking the rogue stereotype and not being the one to fall for this.
You mean the obvious bait in the back of the very large room with the portcullis and a large stone door that took a natural 20
Iron.
for me to open?
Iron door.
It looked like stone. It's just very rusty.
The door that is now powder.
Yeah, that one.
It's almost like only one person at this table fell for it.
And
No, I
As
knew what
you-
was in here,
as you
but I'm
fend
just
this-
saying it's worth
as
it.
you fend this thing off and deal with this casting, you see another bubble forth
Hope
next
you
to
like
it
making multiple will saves.
in the pile. And as it does, again, this long tendril spirals out to slap towards you.
Choose your
This
ooze.
is goopy.
It'd be 10 higher, so 43.
43 is a normal hit.
Okay, is it-
Shield block.
Okay, and as it gives you a little slap here, this thing striking down, cracking almost like Raz was looking to do with his whip. You're going to take 26 points of bludgeoning damage,
Okay, minus hardness is
and
11.
it strikes not with a ton of weight, just with this percussive snap.
Minus temporary hit points. I take 2 points.
And kind of as it strikes, it sort of wraps around, oozes. It's very liquid. It's very weirdly soft, almost. It seems to almost soak through gaps in your armor. And you feel a very strange emotion come over you. Make me a will save.
Yee. I'm not divine aegising this one.
Smart. You learned.
Didn't roll that great though.
Same one.
Probably, yeah, it's 38 still.
38 will succeed then.
Critical success if that matters.
So you are okay. And then that one is going to, as it pulls back, pull itself up and jerk another corpse, almost like a puppet being pulled up by this ooze that's near just floating in the air.
How many corpses are under this thing?
As it opens its mouth, and a rippling blast of force pushes out of its mouth, sending these gold coins flying around the room and slamming into you for, I believe, is it a reflex save question mark?
Sounds
It's actually a
very
fortitude save.
Oh, seriously?
You're not dodging it, you're just standing up to it.
I'm gonna stand up to that gold typhoon.
You do it.
All
The
right,
question is,
so
how many
you are not
adventurers are
gonna
in an
stand up.
average party? That's how many corpses are under this gold.
40.
Oh, okay.
A
was about to say,
40
it was
is
pretty
a
good.
regular success.
I'm actually a master in reflex saves right now because of canny acumen.
So you will take half, which makes my life
Don't you
easier.
get crit success because we're at that level now?
Because I'm
not
just
on-
going
nope,
to
nope.
roll
Not
half.
for fortitude.
Not for fort.
Actually, oracles don't get it on any, don't get a secondary save.
that's what I was
They just
wondering.
Get super good at will.
As I'll say, so do birds.
Rogues.
You're
get
going to take
very good at
29
mini saves.
points of sonic damage. The coins just kind of ping off of
There's
your
that damage again.
but this shout of force rips through you.
I told you so.
And a third rises up from the heap a little further
Taking
behind
bets.
them.
There's one more
You got
under there.
baited thinking it was just
And
one.
just sort of rolls up onto the dolmen, pulling another body up along with it like a strange marionette. And as that one comes, you see the ooze has turned out sort of to look towards the party in the hallway, but the body has swung one hand around towards Rasheen. Make a will save. Wizard oozes, cleric oozes.
Cleric oozes. So that's gonna be a 43.
43 will succeed. So, do you have success critical on will?
Yeah.
Okay. So that one, again, you will feel a weight start to bear down on you. But you push through it. You have a stronger sense of faith in these weird blobs. Marshall.
Honestly, the living crystals were more terrifying.
Well, I can, even from where I'm standing, I can still kind of see what's going on in
You
there.
can definitely see, like, the ones behind the dolmen would have cover for sure, but one of them up on the dolmen is clearly visible.
Well, this looks pleasant.
Oh, it's fine, really.
Well, I better do this responsible thing, I guess. Oh, slappy!
I'm so proud of him.
And then I'm gonna move myself into position about probably right in front of True Sheik, but not too far into the room.
Okay.
And the one that's closest to me, I'm going to actually. Well, it might not work, but I'll give it a shot. For my last action, I'm going to invoke the power of the Dragon Amulet.
Okay.
Frightening Presence. DC
Okay.
is 34 on them.
The blobs do not seem to even acknowledge this in any way. They seem wholly unaffected.
I figured I'd try.
But notably, where Roshin had struck down upon one of them, it seems to be pulling more energy up out of the body that's dangling from it to restore itself. And it seems almost entirely unharmed at this point. Resme.
They're not lawful, are they?
I don't know.
Because my
Oh, no, they're not.
okay. Because they're clerics, I wasn't sure if
They're
maybe...
not. Usually oozes are just neutral because they're mindless, stupid blobs.
About the
These are
time-
not
Yeah,
just
about
neutral,
the time an ooze starts using holy magic, it's not neutral.
but they're not
anymore.
lawful either.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those things are gross. So I was recalling knowledge at the beginning of this.
Yep.
I would like to.
Now that you
Do
can
that?
see them, give me an occultism.
Sounded like
Arcana.
Arcana to me.
Really, I'm pretty sure that was just for magic. I swear we talked about that. But give me an Arcana.
No, it's any skill-based check.
I say give me an Arcana.
That's a 41.
41. The power of math. Exactly does it. Looking at the thing that's pulled itself up in a clear view on the dolmen here. It's obviously a horrible slime of some kind. And most of your traditional slime knowledge seems like it will apply. But the fact that they're all puppeting,
Wait, I have traditional slime knowledge?
I would hope at 17 by now you would.
Okay.
There's a reason.
Fought him enough
that-
times.
yeah,
I've
there's
been
a
in
reason
Marshall's bathtub and in his shower.
You have?
The interesting
Marshall
part
hasn't.
is that they're all kind of dragging bodies around. The body does not appear to actually be a critical part of the creature at all. You don't think there's anything really to be had of striking at or trying to detach this body. Why each of these oozes still clings to one of them, you're unsure, but you're almost certain that the ooze itself is formed of the blood that was once these three figures. They clearly have a quite potent divine connection. But from what you can see of their positioning as well as their actions and their state of seeming undeath, it is very clearly evil. And seeing that your first couple attacks haven't had a whole lot of effect upon them, you're pretty confident that it is the evil energy within them that is sustaining them and keeping them going more than a physical form. And that is going to have to be addressed if you want to defeat the three of them. And
Well,
that's your exploration, so that's not an action.
Roshin, they're really, really evil. You're gonna want to use, the holy light thing you do, because I think that's really the only way we're gonna defeat them.
Oh, no, I understand entirely.
Do you want me to give you a barrier?
Barrier? I mean, it certainly can't hurt, I suppose.
I would say no.
That sounds very helpful, actually. I don't know what it means. but-
Multifocal and forum. I'm gonna cast chromatic wall between.
Oh, God!
Where are you putting it?
Between them and Roshin.
Isn't that the one that I can't see through and I can't attack through?
There's the one that you can't see through and you can attack through, and you need to make a Fortitude save
Why?
because it is blinding, isn't it?
It
Nah.
should be.
That's
Maybe you want to
definitely
read the spell before you cast it?
well,
pretty
that's
sure it
prismatic
wasn't.
wall's blinding.
It's not-
Chromatic wall might not be.
Like,
Prismatic
I
is
didn't
super
think it
chromatic.
was.
Let me double check.
Prismatic
that
is
real quick
all
right
the
there.
colors.
It just says it sheds bright light for 20 feet on either side. And it's 60 feet long and 30 feet high.
Yeah, the chromatic, it's actually only the prismatic is blinding.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
So you can just bisect
The
the room.
chromatic is
That's
just
what I was
very
doing.
bright. And it does not have the wall of force thing where it can't pass through walls, so you absolutely can bisect the room with that for sure.
good. Cool.
All right, roll d4. See what flavor of wall we get.
What level?
I
did you
want
cast
blue.
it?
It's
Hope the
fifth.
strawberry
Okay.
Roll
flavor.
d4.
I want blue flavor.
You can't have it.
I want
You
vanilla.
literally can't. Blue's not on the
Oh.
low level table. It's
It's
warm.
4.
It is
I
the
want
green
4 flavor.
wall
Is green like me?
shows up,
Watermelon.
separating these oozes
Watermelon flavor.
from Roshin.
So like
Is it like pie flavor?
that?
I do like
Oh, it's Hubba Bubba.
I kind of assumed, yeah, diagonal sort of
The
separating.
wall is made of Hubba Bubba Max.
Hate you.
Oh, man, I
Delicious.
remember that stuff.
That's so good.
And that's me.
Vigo wall. Shashik.
There's a wall now.
There's a wall.
You can go over it. It's only 30
You
feet
cannot.
high.
The room is
The
only
room
12
is only-
feet high, so
yeah.
that'd be pretty tough.
Roshin, perhaps we would like to back off and let them come to us through the wall.
Oh, going through the wall, are we? Yes, they'll definitely be reaching through when they try to whack me with those tendrils. We don't want them. No, I'm not letting you sneak away this time.
No, if you'd like to come over here, I'm not taking my turn. I'm holding my turn, just talking.
All right, Roshin.
Just
What are you
back
doing
away
as
from the
he's-
wall,
as he's
please.
talking?
Well, I mean, the thing swings out its pseudopods at me, which is gonna go through the wall, so it's gonna get hurt by doing that. I'd rather have it do that and slowly rip itself to pieces. So, Roshin's perfectly fine with it chilling out that way. In fact, yeah, Heen going to focus magic into myself and cast Regenerate on myself.
Okay.
I'm
No,
also-
well, it was on the oozes, I would
Yep.
hope.
I'm also on curse mode, so I'm going to get that much health back. And I do have one action left. I'll re-raise my shield.
That is a noise.
There's a big heal. Reyes.
Man, they're oozes, and most of my spells are mental. Raz is gonna, excuse me, pardon me, pass
My
Shashik.
damage is precision. I
Hey.
know how
Yeah,
you
everyone's
feel.
sad here.
So I'm just gonna look. Trumpet. Actually, not even trumpet because I have the whip. I'm just gonna start singing a song terribly and loudly as I cast an 8th level spirit song, just in the direction of the oozes.
Fair enough. All right, and that is a save of some kind for them?
Basic fortitude.
Oh,
Basic
sorry.
fortitude.
My last action is
Yeah.
actually to is to sustain my Divine Guardian, because I have to do that.
Okay,
Yeah, so shield's not up yet.
okay.
It will be, but not yet.
3 of blob.
Yeah.
Blob of 1 get 36. Blob of 2 get 35. Blob of 3 get 44.
44 passes. The other two fell.
Kind of figured.
18d6 force damage. So I'm gonna just roll 9d6.
Blast and just double it. Yeah, we're kind of at that point. We're gonna roll
One more.
18d6.
Yep.
That's got powerful roll 20 energy.
8, 10, 20, 32, 37, so 74.
Total?
Yep, force damage.
Okay.
That's a good chunk.
86, 74, and then 37 on the one that succeeded. And do you want to step in, Trishik?
I
Or
just kind of look at your sheet.
she don't look like she's moving.
See what the oozes do? If
Okay.
they actually are going to just keep hurting themselves.
Well, the ooze in the front is definitely just going to hand out some slap. And he's going to take 10 poison damage as he does it. He's an ooze. He has no moral compass or tactical acumen.
Reactive shield.
That's terrible. 34, definitely not going to hit.
Deflected.
And it is going to follow it up with another incantation rumbling out from the puppeted body, and I need you to make me another will save. You'll fail eventually.
I mean, yeah, it probably will.
You say so. Not today.
Well, that's a 19 on the die. I'm definitely not
But
failing
not that one.
It's a 50.
And then again, you are going to see this ooze still continuing to just sort of draw energy up. And you realize it's not so much from the body as it is just from some source within itself, and continue to repair its wounds and to stitch itself back where this strange song is force blast and whittled it away and shredded through it.
I feel pretty confident after I've prepped and we have the wall up that we can start taking it apart
Yeah.
next round.
The second of the sludgy boys is going to incant as well. Will save.
They're going to run out of spell slots eventually. Let's see here.
They might not even have spells.
That's actually not a very good roll. I'm going to turn in this here hero point.
I will whittle you down.
This is mine now.
Oops. One of them a wrist brace. Oh no, a natural 1. All right.
Oof.
So that's going to go to 31.
You want to reroll that?
I just
so that's,
rerolled.
You just rerolled it. So that is going to critically fail.
All right, so hang on a second. I have a thing
You
for
are
this.
an ooze now.
It goes to
Oh,
fail.
you are so lucky this has the incapacitation trait. So you regular fail.
So when you get roll a critical failure on a will save, you get a failure instead. Greater resolve.
Okay. So it is going to be a failure.
It's just a fail.
Yeah, because it doesn't get double. Does it incapacitate?
Incapacitate.
Well, you didn't critically fail.
No,
You failed.
I failed.
Right.
Incapacitate knocks it to a success. If it's not,
You
If it's
okay,
lower level
you
than me.
did not. Both of these trigger on critical. You didn't critically fail.
Correct.
You failed.
correct.
That doesn't kick in on a fail, does it? Your thing?
Huh?
You incapacitation means that your critical failure is a failure. Your super will thingy kicks in on critical failures.
I mean, that's up to you what
That's
order those resolve
order
in.
of operations.
It is order. I'm pretty sure that's the order of operations.
Okay, so in that case, on a
But
fail,
maybe it's just I don't know. We'll say it's a success. Maybe it's because he doesn't do anything on a fail, does it?
it does.
Oh, does it? Was it a fail?
If I take damage, it's half.
It doesn't take any damage.
I mean, it's up to you. However you
You're
want
right.
it to work.
I guess it is order of operations either way.
It's
So we'll say you regular succeed.
because
Okay.
incapacitation should set stuff up, right?
Yeah, we'll just say you regular succeed. Your thing makes a critical failure a failure. Incapacitation makes it a success because those two would interact. So you
Interesting.
are. Yeah, I'm not actually positive how that's supposed to go, but
First
since
time
I'm
that's
not
happened.
positive, yeah, it's the first time it's actually come up. We'll say it works in your favor. You are stupefied 2.
Oh
As this thing-
boy,
Don't worry.
that's a success.
So
that
that's a
just
success.
that means that's all basic and major curse essentially.
Starts to
Nothing's changed.
pull at your mind here, and then that one is going to float up through the wall.
The second one
Again,
right
this is the southernmost dudes. Up through the wall adjacent to Racine and take 10 poison damage.
Nice.
Uh,
Yep, right there.
and he's going to join the Enfeebled One Club. I guess I should roll for the two of them. He won't be Enfeebled
I do
One,
love the
actually.
Enfeebled One Club. It's
Neither
my
of them will
fave.
be Enfeebled One. Nobody's in the Enfeebled One Club at the moment, but theoretically. The third ooze is...
Up on the pillar thing.
Yeah, the one up on the dolmen is going to sludge itself forward as well towards Rasheen. Not going to join the Enfeebled One. Here's all the good dice they get is on saving against being Enfeebled One. And incant another brief spell, and he will say, Stupefied now.
Oh yeah, it gets
We're going to
worse.
start cascading.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
It's the dead that keep on living.
All right, so that's gonna go to a. This is a status penalty, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it doesn't stack with my curse. So I'm actually
I don't know if
here.
there are circumstance penalties to will, but
on the
theoretically they'd be
dial.
horrifying.
Technically, if I divine age to this, it would be a circumstance penalty.
That's
to my
fair.
will.
Divine 8. Okay, I'm wrong. There are divine. There absolutely are then.
37.
37 is exactly a success.
Critical success.
Critical success as you,
There you go.
force that one off.
They're gonna run out of spell slots
I'll
eventually.
step in at this point. Well, they don't exactly seem very dangerous. Let me experiment a little.
Oh yeah, no, it's fine. Oh, jeez, colors everywhere.
I'm gonna reach into my bag and grab a purple worm venom,
Okay.
and then I'm going to apply that to an arrow, and that's my turn.
Okay. Marshall.
Well,
I'm gonna experiment.
Hi.
well, I guess it's time that I get a little angry. So I'm gonna go ahead and rage, get my temp HP up, and get time for slapping the slappy. So I'm going to sudden charge, where I'm at least 10 feet away from the closest one.
All right. Up to the edge of the dolmen and start attacking over it. It hits.
7 plus that, so that's 38.
It hits.
It hit. Oh, okay.
They are oozes.
It's an ooze.
Why don't
On oozes,
I think-
AC.
Marshall
is
doesn't
like
have
50
Was
general
it a
ooze
one?
knowledge.
No, I think you probably hit him.
Okay.
I think their AC
mean-
is lower than your attack modifier.
No.
It's a 31.
Definitely, it's significantly lower. It's
How's
your
it-
attack modifier on your second attack.
I don't know if sonic damage will do anything to him.
Probably. Hitting the ooze is not the
Is
challenge.
that 2 1s?
Killing the
Yeah,
ooze is.
but, eh.
Very much so. So this is ooze 3. Put the dolmen here.
Oh, you rolled a 7 on the
38
D6.
sound and slicing damage.
Okay, sounds good. It is going to, as your axe cuts very easily through this ooze, too easily. The slashing blade's only so effective, really. It is going to resist a pretty good amount of that. But the sonic damage lands fine. And that,
At least I did damage.
Here's the resume.
Well, chances are this will work. She'll grab up.
This'll work.
I was
Or
thinking
will
about
it?
something. I was thinking about something for a second. No, I'm gonna do this instead. She'll gather up energy and send it slinging out toward them, and missiles will just hit the one up front from all directions.
Okay.
I ignore my wall, so it doesn't matter.
He's in front of the wall. The only one that's behind the wall is the first one. It's the actual immortal.
So we'll
beast.
drop a 7th level magic missile on him.
Okay, lots of blaps. While you're rolling damage for
Forever.
3 minutes, Roshin.
So sustain the spiritual guardian. It's going to come over to me and take a guard stance over me.
Okay.
Just drop the shield and weapon surge my sword, which is going to glow with scarlet energy. That sends me to major curse because if I'm going to be stupefied too,
You want to be
Rip
on
and
your
tear
own terms.
mode.
rip and tear mode and swing on down. So sustain, cast. I don't have enough to regrip, so these will be d8s.
Okay, fair enough.
That's gonna be probably a hit. Let's see, it's 36.
The one on the other side of the wall.
The one
is
in the middle of
most
the wall.
Damage. The one in the middle, 36. I mean, yeah,
The one I'm not gonna hit myself
you're
with.
hitting him. Well, both the two are on the other side of the wall, I believe.
Well, it's the one I have to be within 5 feet of. So.
That's fair. It should be both of them. They should both be adjacent to you because
I
they
hate
only have 5
D4
for
so
each and they all
much.
move adjacent to you to attack.
Oh.
Except the one in the back.
All right, fair enough then.
Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure everyone should be on your side of the wall minus the original. Math. Numerology. Addition.
It's gonna be 46 points of force damage.
That's why I
Okay.
don't like rolling a lot of dice.
And Nick.
I'm bad at math.
So that's gonna be
The math gets complicated.
wow,
for sure.
16, 21, 23, 23 and 6, 29, 29 and 12 is
41?
41. 41 slashing and good damage.
What's funny is you start at 26, added some crap to it, and with the resistance, you go back to 26. So that stuff all kind of cancel each other out, which we could have saved us some math in the future.
I'll just leave the plus 12 off.
It's 15 resistance for the purposes of, because you added 3
Okay.
and then 12. So just don't add those, and that's how much damage
Well,
you
the
do.
3 was on a die, so.
Oh, that's fair.
But
To save us a little bit of time. Fair enough.
and then her sword is gonna blaze with light as I trigger the spell storing rune, and that's gonna trigger the searing light inside of it.
Okay?
Was that a critical hit, by the way?
No.
No, it wasn't. Okay, so it's gonna take
We don't do that here.
Yeah, I don't think
5d6.
Uthas can take crits.
5d6 fire damage, and if it's a fiend or undead, there's good damage extra on top of that.
It is neither of those.
Neither of those. Okay, so fire damage explosion, gonna be
We'll take all the fire, though.
cool. What man? It's a good roll.
23.
Yep, 23.
Wait, Searing Light doesn't do good?
It does
Only
good
if
only
they're
to fiends
undead
or
or
undead. Otherwise, it's fire.
Huh.
So this
That's
one
the
up on
searing
this
part
one up
of
on the
it.
dolmen, as you're slashing and blasting through it, you are starting to spray a lot of its matter away from its body. Chunks of this are falling in globs from this strangely floating orb of revolving slime with these tendrils reaching up out of it, as it has lost probably about half of its mass, but it is rapidly reinforcing itself from within. Raz,
Raz just lets out a very exasperated sigh.
Much love, oozes.
These are very, very boring. He just kind of props his back up against, and he starts raffling through his paper, and you hear him quote out, "Si duen mort core pour repose," as everyone's washed with inspired courage.
Hooray!
And then he also pulls out another one and starts reading, "Who her own brother battle slain unburied," as everyone is also now inspired defense, as he just harmonizes. He's just reading multiple things.
I'm sorry.
That's our red.
So, for simplicity, we have 2 oozes that are in Slap Roshinistan that are already in melee range, who are both going to commence via a slapping. I suppose blocking is on damage, so I'll tell you what the numbers are, and you can tell me what
I don't have a
shit
shield in
they
my
do.
hand anyway.
Oh, right, your shield's gone.
But you still have your spirit or whatever, right?
I still have my spirit.
Slap the first is absolutely not hitting. Slap the second is a 42.
A 42 is a normal hit.
Oh, so remember, you make me a will save, good sir.
All right, that's gonna be 12 plus over here for that one. That's a 41.
41's good. Wow, through Stupefied too. That's pretty thick.
Yep.
And 25
I'm
bludgeoning damage.
Stupefied doesn't stack with my curse penalty, so it's actually not too terrible.
Oh, also Stupefied. Well, I meant Stupefied from your curse. The Stupefied from his spell's over already. But you're regular Stupefied.
I'm regular Stupefied now.
It's like, I'm stupid all the
you get
time. I don't know what
+1
you're talking
to
about.
saves.
Doesn't stack with my...
Status.
Actually, Heroism's not up, so yes, it does stack with that.
Yes, it stacks with nothing.
Yeah, it's even better.
And then the one up on the dolmen is just going to kind of keep swinging here. Absolutely not. Minus 10? Absolutely not. Probably critically missing the first and third of its swings. Whereas the second one rattles off another strange incantation, and you make me a will save.
Didn't you throw Foresight on me at
Yeah.
some point?
I was about to say, which
Would
one's
you like to trigger
casting?
it?
Sure.
Cool. Anytime you want, really.
Well,
Which
you've
one's
been
casting?
succeeding.
The one- in the
Natural
back.
20.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, but you can't choose to use it after I fail a check. You have to-
It's
Throwing
just
it on
out
you
of
for will saves just seems like a waste of my time.
And then the...
I rolled a natural 20.
Okay, yeah, you're good. And the third one that is in the back here is going to also roll up on the dolmen through the poison wall into Marshall's please slap me with attack of opportunity radius, which I assume you're going to oblige.
You didn't see me do it.
And you,
That
you,
is a
you-
7 on the die I
you
hit.
hit him, yeah. Don't roll a 1. It's a news.
Better slaps. Much better slaps. 50. 50.
That's
I'm sorry, 51. Thank you.
51.
Slapping
Solid.
and sound damage.
I'm helping.
Thanks,
You are, actually.
And then as he rolls up to the far end of the dome and just in front of you, these long tendril appendages are going to strike down towards Marshall. So he is adjacent to you. The first attack is going to be... Hey, they're rolling so bad. 36.
Marshall just dodges it.
Marshall dodged an attack.
Woo!
Ladies
Not
and
possible.
It's
gentlemen.
more like he turned around to ask Raz what that word was and it missed.
Followed by a 41.
Yeah. Okay, 41 will.
41 should definitely hit. Make me a will save.
This is an
You
auditory
see,
or visual
Marshall's
effect.
going
is it?
to,
You don't want to become a news?
Slap.
Marshall's going to, rethink how things are going, and
If you became a news, it couldn't create you anymore.
I roll.
That's a
See,
natural
right when
1.
you spoke, it rolled into a 1. Thanks.
Would you like to hand him your stupefied card? You are stupefied too. And also you take 21 points of bludgeoning damage.
You won't even
You
notice
mean?
it.
Hold on, I take less than that actually.
Trajik.
I take 8 less than that. So
I'm going to shoot the one that has the pink icon rather than the
Raging
two
resistance.
purples.
Okay, the one up in front of Marshall here.
With
Just
my
kind of slapped him, and now he looks
poisoned
like he's
arrow.
somehow dumber. Okay.
He's experimenting.
He's
I am
experimenting.
experimenting because I can't do damage to these things.
If anything, Tashik is a scientist at heart.
I hit.
Yeah, not hard. They're not immune to poison. Not on the
So,
list. What's the fort DC? That's
that-
gonna be the problem for you.
That is what I'm checking.
It is an ooze. They do one thing.
32.
I think it just
it's
succeeds.
poison I had on my person.
He passes. There was a chance. He rolled a 5. He was within 4 faces on the die of failing.
Yeah.
So, but the arrow will do damage. Maybe. Big
They've done
resistance plus
damage so
plus
far.
no precision. Yeah, that's true. It's been hurting.
not this one.
Is it higher than 15?
It is exactly
He
15.
takes no damage.
He wouldn't have had to.
He wouldn't have had to
from
save
the
against poison anyway. It just kind of is subsumed by the ooze.
All right, that'll hit.
I love the sound effects.
3, 6, 10, 17, 2 damage.
2 damage points on the board.
And
Don't forget the +1 damage.
does a 24 hit?
24 actually does not hit. That
Okay.
one will whip.
That's my third iterative.
Yeah,
And
minus 10's a hell of a
add
drug.
2 damage to the total because of the +1 to my both.
Oh,
my
that
hits.
doubled your damage.
Hey.
Marshall,
Oh, baby.
I'm helping.
you doubled your
I
damage.
doubled your 6 damage.
Marshall.
You the man now.
Right.
Well, when in doubt, keep slapping.
That's what they're doing, more or less.
I'm just gonna keep slapping the one in front of me.
Nice.
That'll hit.
That hits. Let's see. That's 13.
I'm reading poems.
48.
Yeah, you.
48 sound and slappy damage.
Okie dokie, and this is the one up on the dolmen.
And you know what? I'm gonna smack him again. Minus 5.
It's gonna take my whole
That's
brand new sheet of
still
paper
going
back
to
into
hit.
frickin' health.
Because
It's
it was
going up and down.
that was exactly 5 higher, minus 5, so it's just gonna hit again.
Okay.
Ooh. 19. So that's 54.
That will destroy the first of the oozes. As this quick 1-2 smash blasts
wham.
apart the first one that it emerged.
I contributed.
So did I.
With my last action, I will.
Make that noise.
I will try to intimidate the one right here.
All right, and as you yell at him, and he continues to do as he does,
Okay.
Resme,
creature's
he
gonna
is
be mindless.
not afraid. He is a
I mean, I yell at it.
cup of jello. You're screaming at him, and you're very angry, and it makes you feel better.
Does intimidating prowess matter at all in this?
Not
situation?
even a little
Okay,
bit.
that's what I
Resme.
figured.
They are completely mindless.
They're completely minus. Okay.
Resume
making sure.
will
Yeah.
get a little closer because I have to.
Ooh, what does it taste like?
Welcome to
There
the
we
room.
go.
That-
I am sort of in the room. All right, awesome.
Remember when you see him, yeah?
And then she will kind of maneuver around a little bit,
The grunts from the dead bodies.
and
Final death throes. The air escaping their lungs as they're being flung around.
she'll throw out her once daily one action produce flame.
Pew! All right.
Take it.
Fire good.
You gotta hit him first.
That's right.
I mean,
did.
you legally do have to hit him first, yes.
Don't roll 1.
Don't roll a 1.
That's a 1.
That's one.
You had one job. Woo! She just kind of flings this and it splats across the wall above her.
I get really
Roshine's head.
excited and nothing.
You got way too
happens.
excited about your one action.
Any
produce.
chance
You're
that the
right.
AC is 19?
It's definitely. It wouldn't matter because it would. No -1 still down one step.
But then that would hit. Spell attack.
Oh,
roll,
if it was a critical success
Yeah.
down to a regular success.
No, no, no. If it was, so if we rolled a 29,
29, which would be a
then-
critical success. The -1 would make it a regular success.
So we'd
it would
hit
still
it.
hit. It's absolutely not 19.
Okay,
I see
hear
where
a
your head's at.
a
You
small-
don't take critical damage, but you can still critically succeed the attack.
Right.
You
Hear a
didn't though.
small
So you
splattering
definitely
of applause, and Matash is just clapping for you.
one action, I believe.
I will look irritated.
Roisin
the
handing out stupid sauce to everyone who walks in the room. So like that's working pretty well so far.
the ooze that I hit with
I didn't even want to be here.
the
None
ooze
of
that I
us
hit
did.
with my sword. Did it stop regenerating?
Yes.
Okay.
Right, because Searing
Did
Light
you
didn't do
for-
good, but your sword did.
Yeah, swords does good.
So
Yeah.
it definitely has 15.
Okay. Just thought I'd
Yeah, I
ask.
forgot that was good just on the sword at a base level.
So, two-hand the sword now. She's ready for it. And the spiritual guardian, honestly, I'll just let it wink out. I don't really need it anymore.
Be gone.
First attack is gonna be a 35.
Yeah.
You want us to roll again? Second attack.
Just roll all your attacks. See it me over
Alright.
once.
Second attack's a nat 20, so I hit it.
You hit it. We've hit it twice.
Alright, first attack is going to be 4, 6, 11, 12, 24 good in slashing.
I believe in you.
Second one is going to be significantly more. That's 20, 29, 32 plus 12, 44.
So it's getting a big amount of resistance from each of these. But you are landing these good hits, and the good energy, you see the holy magic just kind of dispersing into the Ichor. It is striking. It's not weak to it, but it seems to be subduing this regenerative property that it has.
Okay, I should have been swinging at both of them then. Okay, I'll remember for next time.
Raz.
We're not allowed to perish in the fangs. He's just sliding further and further down the wall, just reading these out loud as this is continuing.
Raz looks so depressed.
This ooze in front of Marshall.
Oh, I'm sorry, 2 more damage.
As you strike it down, it stays motionless for a moment, sprayed across this dolmen, before it starts to kind of bubble and roll once more.
That's my fault. I'm sorry about that.
And a tentacle
This is all your
lashes out
fault.
off of the dolmen. It is prone towards Marshall. Can
oozes
prone?
be
Not
prone?
It's not immune to proneness, so
Not immune to flat.
I guess he's not immune to flat-footed. So like, he's gonna take a -2, I suppose, as he starts to slapping.
Marshall's generally confused.
39 to hit.
It hits.
And you are gonna take. You don't need a will save. You're already there. It was a big damn hogway roll. 30 points of bludgeoning damage, so 22 after
This
your
is just
resistance.
a really sad fight.
Actually,
then-
it's 9 resistance instead of
Oh,
8
so
because remember
21.
Constitution is up by
21 then.
yeah.
And then it'll kind of roll over, and again, sort of incant something towards you, which distracts it enough that you hit it,
I hit it.
and it splatters back out of existence.
Stop it! I literally slap it.
Not before it gets a good on you before it goes down. The other two that are still messing with Roisin here, I'm going to call them Slappity and Sloppity, are both going to make their first attack.
Slappity sloppity, get off of my ploppity.
Whoa.
The
Whoa.
first one is going to get a 32. The second one is going to get a natural 20.
Hey.
Inevitability comes around
please
for
reroll
us
that.
all. Late. That's not how it works.
Yeah,
What?
You have to.
like I said, you have to
use
call
them before
it
the results
before
is
the
arrived.
results
Oh.
pop up.
You
Oh,
cannot
okay.
just use it to selectively prevent crits.
Your natural 20, sir. Give it to me.
It's going to hit you for 56 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okies.
I need you to make me a will save.
Okay. Let's see here. 20.
Tripping a ruse is hilarious. An ooze is hilarious, and I love it.
I would love to go trip a news.
I don't know what it looks like necessarily. It's just flatter than usual. It's like when my rat Theodore lays down, he just kind of becomes a wider puddle.
about-
I'm pretty
It's
sure
like
he just gets stuck to the
49.
floor.
What? Is that 20?
I just rolled an 18.
Oh, okay. No, you're good.
Doesn't Halbert have the trip trait?
No,
Now I think about it?
Geese arm.
Oh, Geese arm. Never mind.
The goose arm.
Goose arm.
Geese arm.
And
All
then
right.
that second one, the southern one, is the one that's not done this yet. And he opens
That's
up
the noise it
once
makes when
more.
you swing it.
Are
Fortitude
you
save.
serious? You have more of those left.
And the one above it. Make me a Fortitude save, and then a will save.
Fortitude save and then we'll
Two
save.
spells they're casting.
All right, so Fortitude save is gonna be, thank you, Raz, a 38.
Exactly
helping.
succeeds.
Soul I did.
You take half.
That's why I got it for Raz. And, well, actually, it might not be a very good one for the will save. That's gonna be a 35.
35 will fail,
Finally got me to roll fail. So that's, if there's any
which
damage.
is a success because
But
of
it's in cap.
incapacitate,
Okay,
Sat there
which
watching
means
you
nothing
roll.
happens.
okay.
Good job.
But this cone of sonic energy,
Literally can't hurt you with that.
you can critically fail.
I
Order of operations,
no,
I guess. No, you can't.
Yeah, no, I can't.
So rolling it is just pointless.
You're doing great.
See, if you just left me
You're going to
locked
take
in the room.
39 points of sonic damage
Okay.
from this destructive cry that emanates out
We
from
leave
this creature.
Roshin in the room, go take care of the rest of this girl and
I
try
mean,
to come
damage is
back.
definitely happening, but I don't know if it's faster than your fast healing.
I was at full health before you hit me just then.
Rishi.
I've got 3 arrows. Blink, blink, blink. That hits. That hits. 26.
That hits.
Okay. So
3 pots of damage on the one in the front. Marshall, if you want to tell me what you're doing while he's been getting numbers.
7, 8.
Just subtract the 15 for me,
No
please.
damage. 6,
Marshall, I guess
12,
also needs the
14,
dice trace. He's also going to be swinging.
Don't forget your +1.
24.
Hey, that's damage.
25.
No, that's with the +1.
I'm making
I
sure.
almost max rolled. So, okay. 6, 12, 17, 29, 30. That is 1 off of max damage.
That's damage.
That's a 6, a 6, and a 5.
And the one that's in the middle now, that's next to Rich on the edge of the dome, is starting to get blasted away pretty well. The one that Marshall's in reach of, conveniently.
And speaking of in reach,
Time to make a pancake.
Time to leave.
slap.
That's not a 1.
It's not a 1. Slap.
Okay.
Does it need a third slap?
I don't know how much you haven't rolled damage yet. I have no
Fair.
concept of how many slaps it requires.
Can it take a minimum of 20?
Absolutely, because that would be 5.
That was before your modifiers.
Oh, then absolutely still. It's not that hurt. It's
Okay.
get it.
Well, the
They
first.
are, that
well,
one at least has stopped regenerating.
Fair. Okay, so the first attack is going to be. That's going to be. I apologize, everyone. I'm terrible at math. 45.
Okay, so 30.
Oh, yeah. Minus 15, right? Not as good. Well, maybe. I don't know. Minus 15, that would be 27.
27. It is going to require a third slap.
Okay.
And that might not do it either. Ooze is tanky.
Ooh,
It's kind of their thing. They don't have AC, but they have a lot of health.
I doubt a 23 hits.
23 does actually miss. This one in the middle is still
Yeah.
moving, even though Marshall and Trishik together.
And I'm no longer stupefied, correct?
No, you're definitely still stupefied.
Oh,
That's
how long
a
does it
very
Marshall's-
different thing.
Marshall's state of being is stupefied.
He's got a
Stupefied
lot of.
2 from a spell.
Oh, okay.
No,
It's gonna be there.
you are not stupefied 2 from yourself. He was stupefied 2 from yourself. You're stupefied 2 from getting slapped. That's going. You're going nowhere with that card.
Okay. I was just asking.
Resume.
Please go down. I'm done with you. As she says, as she just throws missiles out at this
Just
thing.
a 9th level magic missile.
No.
Do it. 9th level magic missile.
We're going
you
5th.
Won't. Okay.
Because, you know,
And as you continue, that one, yeah, that might actually be low enough that it wouldn't take it off either, because it's not a ton of damage. Roll that, Rasheen. What are you doing?
So Roshin, when if this one goes down in front of me,
I guess your actions are kind of contingent on.
unfortunately,
All
is,
right, roll me some damage.
is it still is it that one's not regenerating because I'm hitting it, right? So this
Yeah.
will keep it down.
The way mechanically is suppress for a round if you're hitting it. So if she takes it down, it will die.
Okay.
Your suppression, which we'll get to in a second. Yeah, let's see.
26 plus 9 is
It is not down.
Oh. So
36.
It is still not down.
So
37.
It's still not down. You're like 8 off. So unless you got like 8 more plus ones you can pull out.
No.
I guarantee you that there's at least 8 damage come from this
Yeah,
slap.
I think Roshin's probably gonna get it on this one.
probably. So first attack is not a natural one.
And as
Almost
you bring
hit
the
me,
sword
thanks.
down, smashing through this thing, as you see this holy energy kind of suppressing it, it splatters across the dolmen like the one in front of Marshall. But this one, as it splatters, it's far more like you just threw a cup of liquid across the top. Marshall's has collapsed into a flat, runny pile, but it's still cohesive. It's still one entity. Yours has sprayed forth back through the wall, dismissed to the far reaches of the chamber.
Nice.
So
Well and truly dead.
here's a question.
Stride and finish the one that's in front of Marshall.
With that second swing there, it loses its form as well and starts to separate into distinctive puddles across this as the various reaches of its mass
And,
recede from each other.
Healing 32 health on my turn.
So, assuming that a creature is already down and like in the acts of regenerating, can't you just like touch the source of?
Yeah, that's how
Like,
regeneration
you don't have to
works.
hit it. You just touch it.
No,
you have
it's
to hit
literally a dead body. You just stick your sword. I mean,
That's
mechanically, death is prone, so it's flat-footed. So you have to hit its AC minus 12.
Because it's not dead, it's dying.
It's dying. Yeah, it's on the way out. It's still there. But this is a flat-footed ooze. I'm confident that you hit it. Raz.
Raz is fully seated on the floor now, a hat in his lap, just
He didn't want this.
carrying hounds and any birds of prey. There is an illness of sort that is named for a
Oh,
man.
stop Aston like you're so inconvenienced.
And
I
this
can't fight oozes.
You live for reading off pieces of paper.
leg of the creatures is going to slide up towards Rasheen, still continuing on, pressing mindlessly forward to swing with a 41
Normal hit.
normal hit. Give me a will save.
May I get roll 2?
Yes, you may.
Thank you.
Mother, may I?
Sorry, I'll take the 12.
28 points of bludgeoning damage. Your 12 probably succeeds.
Yeah, 43.
Yeah. What is your modifier?
31 at the moment.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Second,
And I was how much? It was
Literally.
21.
21.
Holy crap.
Yeah, mine's-
Second pseudopodal strike
Mine stays
is going to
right now.
miss. As this one continues to
Pseudopodal.
regain its form,
Pseudopodal.
pull its mass back together, and reinforce itself. Trishik,
Is this slappy or sloppy?
this is Sloppity.
That explains it.
Slappity's down. This is Sloppity.
Sloppity.
He's doing his best.
Yeah.
Gross.
So, gonna pull another 3 arrows out of the quiver. This time, trick-shotting down between my legs. Fully just not even
Trishik
considering
is now on the
these.
ground with Raz.
Yep.
Show off.
Making fun of the oozes.
Nobody wanted to do in this room.
I
except
hit.
Roshin's having a great time.
Rip is a great
Natural
repertory
20,
experience.
I definitely hit. 18. That was a 17, a 20, and an 18.
Hey, great rolls.
3. You know what?
Those are all regular hits.
Six, 9, 10, 16, 17, 19, 23, 24, 31, becomes 38, 45, 48, minus 45.
Three.
So 3.
You probably
Wow.
cheated yourself a little bit there.
Oh well.
But it,
But it went fast.
it was fast and we like fast.
There's
Marshall.
speed rolling.
There's a lot of numbers for 3 damage. Marshall.
Slap.
You are in range. Yeah, moved up. Yep.
That's an nat 20. Or no, that's not nat 20.
That's
but it
an-
still
Doesn't
hits.
matter.
It doesn't matter.
It hits.
It's a
hit-
nat normal hit.
It's a normal hit.
Oh, you finally missed.
Can't even
No,
Verge
doesn't
of
say.
Doom them.
Oh, it looks like a 1.
It kind of. I'll at least do the 2 hits first and see if that does anything.
Well, it does damage.
Damage is good.
Let's see this. So 6 minus 15. 31 for the
31.
first hit.
Okay.
Extra math is hard.
I've completely taken math out of my entire build.
You just sit in the back singing, having a great time.
I'm having a blast.
The only reason I did any damage that turn was because of Raz.
You had 3 attacks. You have +1 damage from Raz, and you did 3 damage. That damage was 100% Raz's damage.
All right, let's count. Hold on. Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
11.
23
We're doing it.
for the second attack.
Okay.
23? Oh,
So,
that's with the
total
minus 15.
Yeah, with the
58
fight.
that has
Alright.
come in on this is still
One
still
more
there.
slap. Might as well.
Slap away.
Oh, that's a hit.
That's a hit.
Battered through the ooze pinata. The pile of money awaits.
40,
Okay. Resume.
and that's with the minus. Yeah.
Well, this seems to work on you. Electorum. Electric arc. It needs to make me a reflex save.
He's great at that.
I thought he might be.
He critically fails. He actually regular fails. That was a pretty high roll.
Good job, Ooze. I'm rooting for the
Yeah.
Ooze at this point. He's the underdog.
You want to believe. Ooze, he's our man.
I'm pretty sure we could have
So we
left.
can't do it. Basically, anyone else probably can.
Well, wait a minute. She actually gets double damage on this, doesn't she?
It didn't critically fail.
Oh, it didn't critically fail.
The regular.
But if he did,
But then you take double, yeah. Because it can't take critical hits, but it can critically fail like a reflex save, absolutely.
Because it's not a critical hit. it's a critical failure.
It's going to be 26 points of electric damage.
Okay. One action left.
27 points.
Oh,
of electric damage.
27.
Not the spells. One action left.
It's +1 to all damage.
Is
all
it?
damage rolls.
Oh, okay. 27. Pretty
Look indignant.
good. Roisin.
Roshin's wounds are just closing right up, and she's grinning like an idiot. She loves this.
You're having a wonderful
I'm having a wonderful time.
Glad someone's having fun.
Wait,
So-
is
so
this
much fun.
considered a threatening fight? Does this count for your regeneration?
Oh well, and you know, as long as it's not trivial, it counts for my
I think
regeneration.
it's trivial.
No, it's trivial for Roshin.
It's
not
trivial because
normally.
your party is perfectly optimized to tank this forever with a cast of regeneration, which was a pretty high, decently high level resource. You did not spend nothing on this.
I did not spend nothing.
Nobody did, except Rez, who spent nothing.
I spent.
But I mean,
spent
like,
everything
there's
as well.
if ever
That's
there
true.
was
I
a
spent
spend
nothing.
for reward situation that was in, you couldn't find a more clear.
It's all chocolate
spend for
coins.
reward.
Regeneration's value in this fight is incredible for sure.
So first is going to be a 8 on the die, not a 1.
Turns out
One,
the
that's what we want.
Oh, that's
I like it when you
not
don't
good.
roll ones.
200,000 gold
11.
coins is just all chocolate coins.
11 and 12,
Imagine.
23,
That's a 20,000, first of all. You just slow your roll by a digit.
28. She's going to let go and punch with her offhand gauntlet.
Angry.
Oh, it's blunt
It's a
and it
7.
has all the same runes,
Yep.
including a pre-charged spell.
Pre-charge spell in that one.
That's fair. Punch.
So, yep. So punch, that's 7 goes to a 2 goes to a 30, which I think I actually hit it.
30 hits it, yeah.
Yeah, cool. So, So, weapon damage, D4s. Ow, they're pointy.
See, I've done more
That's
damage to
what
myself
powers are
during this
endangered to
fight.
society.
Your gauntlet actually just has D4s glued on each knuckle.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 and 12, 19. Haha, it now overcomes it. And then 6 more good damage, so that's 25 total from that.
Okay.
And trigger the Divine Lance stored inside the gauntlet.
Oh, I thought you were gonna kill it, but I forgot. There's a spell in there. You might get it with the Divine Lance.
This is pretty mediocre. That's 6, 11 more good damage.
What level divine?
What is
Max-
that first level of Divine Lance?
Maximum of level 3 can be put in the spell starter.
Oh, well, Rez.
Last attack.
Oh, you have one more.
Yeah, we
You
got one
got
more.
this.
Oh, yeah, letting go was free, right.
Yeah. So swing with the sword again. That's the D6. I'm sorry.
You got a
You
6.
roll a d6.
I actually rolled a 1. Sorry.
Oh,
Oh,
The D6
Rez.
would have hit better.
Rez, it's so hurt, but it's still there.
Listen and see, let none of you forget how sacrifice and for what laws offended. No tears friended.
that's my response to you, dude.
Smack.
This is Roshin's fight.
Goes the pseudopod.
Having a great time.
Like, Raz is.
Roll twice.
He cast a spell, he's done.
Roll twice?
Yeah.
Okay. It was a 9 and a 5. 5 is definitely not going to hit.
Woo! Thank you.
Shut up.
Make a will save.
Chant twice.
Attack of opportunity. Actually, hold on.
Oh, it's not a 1.
It's not a 1. Still hits.
I was hoping I'd get to like just joke arrow and somehow it would still die.
That would be funny. You were on tech to kill it. Well, maybe. I don't think you could, actually. It's got 21. It's not that soft.
I know.
25
After 15?
after 15.
What do you do, Marshall?
Really?
We're in
Well,
there.
it's literally doing the gargly spell casting thing, and in name of the weapon itself, he literally looks and goes, "No!" Slaps it down like a pancake.
Raz is on
And,
his back.
As Roshin has been hitting it, the good energy from the Holy Rune will spray this thing across the dolmen, helpless and defeated.
There. No, that wasn't so bad, was it?
Res-
Bunch of
Res-
whiners, every single one of you.
Raz is actively lying on
entirely
his
sure.
back. Just
I mean, I know I say this not often, but my brain kind of hurts. Like, not in a good way.
Resume reaches
Oh,
around.
that's just from the goop it put in you. You get used to it. Don't worry about it.
What does metal taste like?
You're stupefied too.
Is it like-
you?
This
No,
is
that's
also
the
this is
age-
also Marshall.
That's fair. I
His
guess you have
intelligence
the
is
mental
like
age 7
7.
to 6.
Resume reaches around, digs around in her bag of holding, pulls something out, walks over Roshin with it behind her back, and smacks you in the face with a pie.
I'm so surprised.
But you can see that there is still this enormous pile of wealth that has been sprayed out from some of the attacks, these echoing cries from these strange Icarus creatures that is now sprayed much around the eastern half of the room.
All the money's ruined.
There is all the money is
Soaks,
destroyed.
dissolves.
It's
It was
no
paper
longer
mache
valid
the whole
currency.
time.
It has been maybe a tenth of the massive heap. Which now that you can see the whole thing, it looks more like 50,000 pieces rather than 20 or 30. It is an enormous load that is sprayed out across the room, and within it, kind of against the backside of the dolmen itself, there are a few metal leather-bound flasks of some kind of a potion or elixir of some variety.
Hey, Sheenie, I think you should go drink that. It's gonna go great with the pie.
Oh no, I'm not doing any more work here. I went and got all of this out of the way. They were wailing on me all the time.
That pie is like really good. I really shouldn't have thrown it at
Marshall
you.
No, you
goes
really shouldn't
over-
have. You're very wasteful.
And looks at the potions. I don't know what this is. Hey, boss, what is this?
Gonna walk into the room, take them, and go put them in Resume's hands.
And Trishik, as you're just kind of looking at the pile
Coins.
as you walk by, Rasheen's just swiping stacks of coins in the bag of holding here. You see some that are near the further reaches, near the entrance to the room, where they have been hit by this cry and slammed around into each other on the wall. Do have like chips and dings and strips throughout them of missing gold. You can see through to a darker, almost brownish interior.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Rasheen's just sweeping bazillions of coins into your bag. Go ahead and add 53,117 gold-plated ceramic discs.
I was right. Oh, so right.
Yeah.
We're not
Alright,
chocolate.
So you look at this potion. Fortunately, this was not all for nothing. A quick assessment tells you that there is a not a potent, but a middling magical aura of evocation or conjuration spread 2 and 1 across these 3 flasks.
Wait a
They are
minute.
potions, not elixirs.
These
this
were
is-
designed to be given to the honored dead to take with them into the afterlife. Does that basically mean that the afterlife A runs on counterfeit money?
Raz, maybe a knowledge check real quick. Give me your
No, this-
bar
this-
frame. You're
this-
from here.
This is
Yeah.
from this is
Is it
basically
society
the
or
living
just
causing economic
the knowledge?
inflation of the dead
I'll do
economy.
This is
society.
a fake tomb.
Oh,
Yeah.
it could also be a fake tomb.
This is definitely a fake tomb.
Ah.
It's 100% the fake
Yeah,
tomb.
it's 30.
This is
yeah.
This is the
39.
bait tomb. In a lot of these ancient Osirian structures, there would be this grandiose bait chamber, which was a trap to draw in and deter grave robbers.
I was not deterred.
As you look through these potions here, and I'm flasking the first you open up, it's got a strangely kind of citrusy, almost lemony aroma.
It goes well with the pie.
It would actually have gone great with the pie. And as you look it over and take a whiff, and you don't even need to make a roll, the magic is not coming from neither the flask nor the water itself. It is a simple enchantment that has been placed on this for the express purpose of making it appear magical. But some nice lemon water. 3
It would
flasks
not
of
be
it.
nice.
It's literally them, us around.
It would not be nice because
That's true. It's been here for several thousand years.
Yeah.
So some slightly
It's been
overripe lemon water.
So as we were
Fermented.
saying,
Fermented?
this was totally pointless.
You don't know that. Rasheena's scooping
No,
a huge
I'm
amount
so
of money.
much
Oh,
money. What are you
dude,
talking
Resme
about?
doesn't really care about the money. She was more interested in the potions.
Potions are useless. But
These
the potions,
aren't real.
realizing that they are suspect, would possibly draw your attention to the coins, where you as well would note the missing flicks of not even gold leaf, but just tinted
Play-Doh.
yellow metallic foil wrapped around these ceramic discs, vaguely the size of ancient.
Not
gold.
even well. It's not even well done.
It's not even well done. No,
It's like a group of 8-year-olds did
their
it.
battle
She-
cries blew them apart as they
Sheenie?
flew across the room.
You might want to, just kind of take my nail and I just kind of.
You can
Coins.
easily scrape. away
Oh,
the
what have
foil
you done
covering.
to it?
It's not. It's
Oh,
not,
wait a minute.
That's not real money.
Oh.
It's almost like you've been had.
Raz
Trisha,
is
can I see
just
your
lying
scale
on the
for a minute?
ground still.
Put out the scale, and it's going to not move when you put a coin on.
I don't know. Like, how many coins to put on there to make it move?
I look up Trishik.
Hundreds would be worth coppers.
Yeah, this whole load's worth about 68 gold.
Oh, my heart. You know what? It was fine. It wasn't a big deal. I worked up a good sweat. It was a good morning constitutional. That's how I'm gonna write this
You
off.
so deserve that pie in
And
the
as you
face.
turn back out and walk back on the hallway and turn the corner, the portcullis shut back in front of you once more.
No, we get the rod.
Oh, the rod. Right, thank
Yeah.
you for getting the rod.
Yeah, no, we're not.
Hey, not everything went wrong. The rod's there.
Yes, it
the
is.
rod's still holding the portcullis up. You're good. Slightly.
As I walk
bowed.
out, I press the button on the rod.
You're shut in.
You can
In
stay
front of everyone
in baby jail.
At least wait till I'm out.
I
Turn into. Can I
You
turn
can
into a
all
rat and
stay in
squeeze
baby
through the
jail.
bars?
You'll be able to
I'm
do
not
that.
actually going to
it's-
trap everybody in there.
Okay.
It'd be very funny, but I
When
mean,
you come back
I
out,
could get out.
a great start to our session of pyramid spelunking here. A veritable horde of dragons, nest of treasure.
yeah, a pseudo dragon.
This is the
It's a giant
chamber
lizard.
of disappointment.
It's a
We're
giant.
gonna take
Oh, that was a good one.
our midstream.
It's a kobold
break.
horde. It's a kobold horde.
We'll be
This is
back in a
why you
couple
don't
of
get to make
minutes.
decisions.
Everybody, Rothstein really wanted to go with the
You know what? You all just
You-
so.
You're
We'll be
living
back.
your best
We'll be
life for
stretching
sure.
your
I
legs,
am.
get some drinks, some snacks.
We're gonna
Don't
have
go too
pie.
far. Give us maybe 10, 12 minutes.
No
We'll be back to
regrets.
continue our adventures.
Please don't.
Yeah, baby.
I'm so grumpy right now.
What are you talking
Drama
about?
queen. You're just a drama queen.
That was a
It's
great time. Fun to have
fun.
out.
How long have you known me and you haven't figured out I'm a drama queen yet?
I mean, it's a good point.
What a great use of our time we've had this session so far.
Thanks, Rasheen.
But hey, we went on a magical adventure. We killed some putty, and Marshall's dumb now. But
Wait,
That
wait,
never-
now?
Is his stupefied still there?
Yes.
Oh,
I got
still
hit by a
stupefied
tentacle,
too.
not by spell.
Well, after my curse winds down after 10 minutes of.
Are you gonna? Where are you resting, by the way?
Oh, how long did it take me to like
Realize the coins
realize
were
the
fake.
coins were gone and the identification process and all
I feel
that?
like that would make your curse more angry. If anything, you would just be angry.
I feel like that was counterproductive.
you
But point is, after 10 minutes of a refocus, my curse drops down to minor again.
That's fair. You would probably need to spend some time after. You would have spent like 2 minutes excitedly scooping coins while people realize that things are wrong here. So you would need to like stop and intentionally rest if
Okay.
you wanted to reset.
Well, unless anyone, if no one's interested in doing that, Roisin is as much as like she's putting on a face here, she does feel a little dumb and a little chagrined.
She's-
So she's not going to insist on
A
a rest
little
right
red
now.
behind the ears.
Angry mode.
I'm gonna take my last heal thing. That'll be the last one we
Just
have.
give him the last two heal
Nope,
things.
because
me one.
I only
Oh, give
ended
him
up
one.
giving one.
Right, fair enough.
So I had one left.
Well, Marshall, look, I feel terrible about all of this, and she's kind of fumbling this staff here, and she kind of goes over. Let me see if I can remember how this works now. And she'll just kind of tap it on you,
Hit him in the head.
and I'm gonna try to pass.
Stupefied.
I'm gonna try to pass a flat check. I roll a 1, I don't pass it.
Why you hit me?
Hey,
And
you
you
know,
feel like
that could have
warm-
been re-rolled.
Sort of like
Huh?
That could have been re-rolled.
No,
it's
it
already been rolled.
I-
though. Oh, so
Oh,
warm.
because she wasn't looking.
I can't
That's
use
true,
it on
foresight.
that.
No, you
Oh,
like,
is foresight? It's a text and skill
defense
check?
against a hostile creature.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think
that's
you
what I
have to
thought.
defend
It's
that.
pretty
Never mind.
specific.
So you feel like a warm rush, like I don't know,
You're stupefied for.
a particularly friendly dog has just peed on your chest. But nothing
Friendly
else
pee is
really.
warmer.
Marshall no like
full of
you.
The friendship.
Friendship.
makes it warm.
Yes.
It keeps you
Exactly.
safe at night.
That makes sense.
It's happy pee.
I have the wrong end of this.
happy.
Hang on. Let me try this again. No, I promise I have it this time. I have it this
Stupefied
time.
cleric attempts to dispel stupefied barbarian. Circa
No.
2021.
I'm drinking this.
I didn't realize we had an orc in the party.
That's Raz is snoring in the corner.
Let me
No
try
one-
it. Let
no
me
one's
try it
woken
again.
up yet.
That's a 4. I still don't pass.
Charge is a second cast.
Let me see. Those are each level 2, so it's 2 charges apiece. I've got more charges left.
I'm
I'm
on
gonna-
Roshade, stop!
No more pee.
The warm pee feeling is spreading across your chest.
It'll take hold
Marshall
eventually.
no like you.
Is it like twist and then press, or is it?
I think there's a button on the
Maybe I just have to
side.
hit you with it. So I'm just gonna baseball swing into your chest. I just don't remember. I'm sorry. Natural 20. That was it.
That was it.
And
The staff breaks.
With that, you
Restoration.
snap this staff across Marshall's face. What does restoration actually do?
Reduces stupefied by 2.
Well, reduce stupefied by 2. Sounds like you're not stupid anymore, Marshall. But it's a good, healthy slap.
After he gets
Brings-
slapped, he literally just goes,
brings the barbarian
Picks up
back to his
Roisin.
senses.
So how long?
listen. No,
I
listen.
think this worked.
Listen to me. don't get me wrong. I love you like a big sister and mom and everything. But you do that again, I will eat you one bite. No questions.
You're smaller
You
than her,
said a
though.
lot of words. I didn't quite follow it. Are you sure it worked? I could hit you again with it just to
No,
make sure.
no, Mr. Sheen, I'm pretty sure it worked. That sounds exactly like normal Marshall.
Okay, I'm a little fuzzy at the moment. It's just, the blood's pounding in my ears. I can
Is
still
that
hear the
embarrassment?
battle. Do you hear steel clanging in the distance?
That's just
or like
you.
right here,
Or
right
so
here.
behind you
Well,
with
you
2
definitely.
wrenches.
You
Marshall
actually.
just walks away at this
If
point.
you're moving into this hallway, this last hallway here leading to the southeast, you would hear a fairly large mechanical ruckus. Something is happening on the other end of this thicker wooden door, and it's a pretty hefty wooden iron banded door, like the one that led to the barracks earlier on, where you met Yala, your temporary friend. You hear slamming of wood and stone and mechanical grinding, and you're all kind of hearing it. You're hearing the clamor of battle and screams of death over the top of that, but everyone is hearing.
Oh, boy.
I am
Quite a
sure.
production coming from the
Oh,
other
that
side of this
reminds
door.
me. I'm gonna go back and get my removable rod back.
Fredonk!
Machine, is your curse infectious? Is that what we're hearing right now?
No.
Goodness, is it? I don't know. It's
always
the first time I've had this happen.
You always complain about the sound of steel and stuff in the background, and I'm hearing it now.
I'm pretty sure there's shenanigans going on behind that door.
I don't know what's real anymore.
Well, nothing for it.
We're not going to talk about that room. I'm going to write that one off.
Oh, you're very kind, Raz. You're very kind. Look, I love you all. I'm very sorry. I feel like an absolute arse when I walked in that room. When I came out of it. Honestly, it wasn't even that bad, but oh, goodness gracious, I just don't know.
I can't stay mad at you, so I guess, I don't know, just buy me a keg and we'll call it even.
Oh, you know what? It's
I
fair
could-
enough. I'll help you with it.
I could definitely stay mad, but right now is not the time for that.
Oh, Raz can hold a grudge.
Rated, he's a charisma caster. It's all he does. It's the source of his magic.
Next time that a particular rogue tells you it's not probably worth it, but it might be good to listen.
You made a bad call, so do whatever I say from now on. I don't see how it follows. I'm sorry.
About rooms like that.
Wait. I get to dress you in something and you don't get to argue.
Not you don't have to listen to me for
I
everything.
cast level 2
All
suit on
right.
myself.
Right.
But I'm not a max.
Well, shall we go through that door?
All right, let's see what the racket's about.
Arrange thyselves, lads. Who's the front here? Is it still Trishik leading the charge?
Probably a good idea.
I'm probably going to be opening the door and looking in while they're like 10, 15 feet behind me.
And as you open this door here, it is not locked. As soon as this door swings from its frame, whether it made any noise itself is completely inaudible over the metallic grinding and clanging coming from inside this room.
A
All of
goose.
you can pretty clearly see a fairly decently sized, almost cross-shaped chamber. Looks like 2 wide intersecting halls filled with a wide assortment of crates, chests, boxes, footlockers, barrels, all kinds of storage containers, somewhat haphazardly strewn throughout the chamber. In the center of the room, an alum stands, one of the Pact Master's massive spirit machines that defends the city. And it stands facing away from you, almost kind of squatted down, with one hand, its fingers all kind of outstretched, its wrist spinning as it shreds through a just pile of papers on the ground. Its other hand continually moving strange little odds and ends, bits of wood and supplies out of their box, and just sort of flattening them against the stone and pushing them into this pile. It's grinding and blending.
It's a shredder.
That's the most complicated, expensive paper shredder I've
Giant
ever seen.
paper
If
shredder
I have
slash garbage disposal.
one shred of that paper left, I'm gonna do it.
On the back side of it, you can see there are at least 2 more of the Triad Enforcers in the room. One of which, who is leaned over a barrel, like all the way one arm in, sorting through things, rustling through what appears to be some pretty hefty objects. And another one of them that is at the back just sat, like squatted down on the ground, sorting through a large stack of books and journals on the back end of the room. It is so loud in here that even through all of your antics in the hallway, none of them had a chance in hell to notice the door opening or hear the group of you approaching.
I'm gonna turn around, everybody. Wait one moment. And then I'm going to sneak over to the 2 and check them for remote controls to the robot.
We're waiting for this moment.
This is a moment.
this.
As you kind of slide into the room here,
Excited,
sneaky
skittering.
beaky, like right next to the alum, somehow largely invisible inexplicably. Looking the two of them over, neither of them appear to have a controller on their person. And this alum has not changed what it's doing. There's a pile of crap that is pushing over and like mashing and pushing over into this blended pile of literal finely shredded garbage that is slowly growing off to its left in the northeastern section of the room.
Okay.
This room is rapidly devolving into a huge dumpster.
I have an even better idea. I'm going to tell Resume telepathically, go ahead and approach. I have an idea.
All right.
And I'm going to move to the backside of these Scarlet Triad goons.
And
Let's
there is
move
a
up.
passageway that heads out further from the southern end of the room. As you just kind of slip past into the hallway, there's a door on your right. A smaller, simpler wooden door, and the hallway itself hooks around to the left, continuing even further into the complex.
I just want to go right there.
This is what you see on the far side. It's not quite on the map yet.
And as
And
my
make me a perception check, sneaky peeky.
sure thing. Well, that's a 19 on the die, so 47.
You would also notice much more well hidden than the last few. You found like 3 hidden doors in this place so far. You're on the look at this point. Much more flush, near indistinguishable. There is a panel in the northeastern side, kind of behind the refuse scrap heap that looks like it would slide aside.
Okay. So as my teammates approach, and
Are you approaching? Put yourselves out. Are you approaching? What are you doing?
yeah,
So just walk in the room.
Yeah.
Everyone's
just
busy. Like
come
no one hears
forward.
you. Roshin
No one
clanks
hears
up
you.
in armor. It's almost inaudible over the massive grinding and slamming of this alum, just destroying crap.
Just
I'm
kind of
gonna
looking around.
Push the Scarlet Triad into the blender.
You're such a bad person.
You called us in to see this.
His blender is just his hand.
Yeah, I'm gonna push him
spinning
into
on
it.
the ground. Okay, well, make me an athletics check. And then we're definitely rolling initiative. Make me an
Absolutely.
athletics check.
Absolutely.
I will give you 1 athletics check, good sir.
I will re-roll that 5.
Because this
As
is too funny.
I go to push him, and then I think, wait, let me kick him into it.
Big lizard boot.
Big lizard boot.
Well,
That's
not-
20.
you don't-
Das.
The world just wants his stupidity to succeed.
I don't know how you get so enabled on every dumb thing.
Like, the world, the universe wants your stupidity to succeed. That's
it's
the
right
only
in the middle of
explanation I
the dice
have.
tray.
All
I
it
mean-
wants is to, like, the universe approves of all of the dumb crap that you do.
I could have
So you
assassinated
kick him back.
him.
You could absolutely assassinate
But
him.
this is way better.
You kick him back in the northeastern reach of the room. And it both hits him hard enough to knock him prone into the blending hand of the golem here.
Can this be an
He
assassination?
is roll me an assassinate. Yeah, roll me. Well, I'll just make a fortitude save, honestly.
Yeah.
Like,
Because that's a crit.
at this point, I'll just make a fort save. That's the assassinate.
Just for the record, guys, we call him Derp for a reason, so of course it's meant to be.
God,
Every point he spends worth it.
33.
that fails.
He falls
So
into
he
the blender,
dies.
and this pile of refuse the alum is creating is immediately stained and sprayed with blood as
my
this guy is
God.
just kicked into it and ripped to
So like
shreds.
Roshi walks in and she sees that, it's just
Remember, viewers,
You just fought 3 ooze corpses.
it just came out of
As it
nowhere.
notices, the alum stops and immediately turns towards Trishik as the guy at the barrel yells several expletives I can't repeat on stream, and we roll initiative.
+1 from scouting.
You had your
Plus
fun.
one.
I'm having my
And-
fun.
I mean, no, this is freaking phenomenal.
Another
And-
20 for initiative.
The blood feeds him.
I also got a nat 20 on initiative.
Oh my god.
I'll
All right.
counterbalance.
And also, if it matters,
So what's that, a
right?
32?
No, 44.
You can battle
Or,
cry
I'm
after
sorry,
initiative.
45.
You can battle cry the guy after initiative for sure.
45 on initiative.
Resume, what'd you get?
Oh, that was definitely Illivik's point, by the way. They carried that.
No, fair enough. Point status worth it. All right, well, if chat's happy, I'm happy.
It's gonna be a 39.
Roshin?
38.
Raz?
31. Third your doom is
Marshall?
up. Not that anything's in
45,
range.
you said?
Yep.
Trishik?
What do you want me to roll for initiative?
Um,
Acrobatic or athletics?
You could still roll sneak.
Okay.
You were sneaking.
52.
Okay. Let me roll. Large machine. What did you get, Roshin? 37?
38.
38, 39. It also got a 38. So it's going to go. Machine goes right in there. And the fine gentleman who is scarred for the very short part of his time that still exists.
The rest of his life.
Very, very ready. Natural 20 also. he has never reacted faster to something.
Oh, jeez.
Well, that's a 19.
That's a 19 on the
He
die.
is
So that is,
frightened too, I'm sure.
yeah, 49.
Yeah, he is frightened too. That's fair. If anything, you deserve a circumstance bonus on that. So he's spooked. Trishik.
Well, I'm going to pounce on this gentleman,
Poor guy.
You
and
beat him in initiative.
I'm going to do to him what the blender has done to his friend.
Yeah, that is something you do.
Frightened and flat-footed.
He's frightened too, he's flat-footed, and he's within my reach.
I'll just go ahead and cross this.
So,
column
this
for help
first
out on the
attack
sheet.
is going to be a skirmish strike.
Okay. Oh.
Hey.
Up he goes.
Literally moving on to, like, pouncing on him.
Battle music. And battle signs. Oh yeah, fair enough. Oh, you got distracted putting a billion bloodstains all over the map. I see.
Worth it.
I thought that was another 20 for a second. That is a 15, so let's see. That's going to be a 45 to his
Yeah, that's definitely gonna crit.
Flat-footed,
He is flat-footed and frightened too.
frightened too.
Absolutely gonna crit.
Lawful?
Lawful. Do it.
Normal.
Okay. Regular mode.
Yep, just roll a crit. 5, 10, 15, 20, 22, 28, 33, 36, 39, 51,
102.
102.
Okay. A little stabbed. He's getting a little stabbed. He's a little bit stabbed.
It's sleepy time.
He's been impaled.
I'm going to re-roll that 3.
I want you to know they
Really
enable
getting
this.
is spicy. This is Chad's fault. Chad, you did this.
That is a 14, so that means the total went down by 5 to a 40.
40 will hit.
Five, 10, 15, 26, 35, 38, 50.
Okay.
Those were spicy
Those
rolls.
were some high damage rolls. Holy crap. Well, he's alive.
For now.
About what he's got going for him.
2, a 1. Got too excited.
Oh, he got too. He got way too enthusiastic in there, unfortunately.
He was reeling away from the grievous
The one's
injuries.
just me, like, wiping blood out of my eyes before I go in for another one.
All right. Well, it's his turn now.
Is he going to run away?
Little panicked. He's gonna take these hits. He's gonna immediately turn towards the door, see an entire army coming in the doorway. Turn back to you. Oh god. Oh god. And grab his scimitar and his sap and just yell at the robot, "Do something!"
Nimble dodge.
And start swinging. All right. Scimitar strike. Natural 1. That's reasonable. I'm not even gonna re-roll it. Understandable, given the situation. Totally just a wild swing with this scimitar. But then he's got a little billy club. It's got a little bit less finesse.
Is that another 1?
No, but it's a 3. Man, part of me wants to use it. I'm stacking
what's-
film points.
what's
and
the
I want
number?
to use one to. I mean, the number is 33. He's
Yeah.
frightened too, so it was a 1
Yeah.
functionally. Like, it's definitely not gonna hit. But on the other hand, this is so poetic that I feel like I can't intervene.
He got pounced on by
Like,
a hunter.
This dude is in a full panic. And it is very obvious to everybody nearby as he just almost wild reflexive flailing towards Trishik, completely helpless. Marshall.
Well,
He's your typical middle-aged mom in a horror house.
Horror house.
Just a haunted house, just freaking out.
yeah.
He is swinging for the fences on Trishik. He's putting everything he has into these swings, and they are not accurate.
Not
By
close
peeking
up.
over Roshin's shoulder, I see this. I'm like, boss has got this. I got the robot. With Big Red, I go into a rage and squeezed by Roshin and sudden charge. 36 is probably not going to hit.
36 is not going to hit. No, as you go ahead and swing and your axe just
Sad.
scrapes across this thing's metal hide. They're pretty sturdy.
I tried.
Do you have an action left or?
Rage.
Rage.
Oh, rage.
Sudden.
Somehow I forget rage is an action half the time. We've had barbarian for almost 100% of the campaign, and I still forget rage is an action. Resume.
Yep.
Did you tell me about the compartment or no?
He hasn't told anyone.
Not
anything
yet.
Okay.
I saw it right
You wanna
before I
move
was like,
Marshall?
Das Boot.
Oh, we have
I just wanted to clarify.
Table canvas today.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh, can we get tokens for the alum and the guy, by the way?
Oh yeah, I guess.
You keep the guy.
Do you need a guy? Yeah. Here's,
mean, we got
here's
these
an alum.
really-
It's an iron golem, which is what I have.
Fair enough. We got these
Uh,
really cool pawns. We
Here's
might as well
guys.
show
Yeah,
them
we
off.
got these fancy Pathfinder
All right,
pawns
here's
for
the
this.
guy back.
Thank
Apparently,
you.
we're getting some hero points to somebody.
Whoa.
I don't know
Oh, wow.
who
Look
they're
at 'em go.
for, but
Let the man
we will
speak.
get the one to figure out who they go to. Continue, resume.
Resume is kind of done with this for the moment. Arachnis. And she's going to cast Spider Climb.
Okay.
And she's going to run up the wall and run kind of around the corner. So kind of on top of the ceiling by where... Yes, exactly, right
Okay,
there.
like the corner behind Rasheen and Marshall.
Exactly.
Okay, like right in.
How far up?
How tall is the ceiling?
It's probably 12 feet standard ceiling.
Okay.
That's fine.
So he's 10 foot up.
Like 5 foot up, realistically. But yeah. Because there's 5 feet and then there's
You
the
can go
resume.
prone.
Yeah, she's not, though.
Yeah.
You're within reach of the ground. The ceiling's not high enough to get you
Yeah.
out of melee reach of the ground. But you're on the ceiling.
And then
One apiece for whoever doesn't have one.
That's everything, probably. You spider climb and then move. Surely that's 3 actions.
yeah, no, that's 3
So
actions.
who doesn't have hero points?
I don't.
I've
I
got
do
one.
not.
Raz, you got one?
I got one.
Okay, so catching everyone up. I see one for the 3 people who do not currently have one. Yay!
thank
Marshall,
you.
and Resume getting back
Oh,
and
I'm
forth here.
rewarded for my
poor.
horror movie antics.
And this giant machine, as it turns, obviously more people are barreling into the room here. It is going to turn and take this blender hand and just scrape it, screeching of metal on stone across the floor as it swings it towards Trishik.
I'm having too much fun to care.
53.
That will crit. Having too much fun to care. I'm not looking at the robot.
Having a great time
much
over
fun.
there. It's going to be a slightly less great time, but it's
No.
going to be a pretty good time, realistically.
You cannot deal pain unless you know what that pain feels like.
That is true.
It's like you have to get
guess,
pepper spray before you
like-
get licensed to use pepper spray.
I'm gonna
I
guess
don't know if
like
that's a real thing.
84.
75.
It's going to be 74
Ooh.
points of bludgeoning damage.
Well, Raz has
That
the
was-
counting thing.
Yeah, that he
I for
just need to
numbers.
quickly assess the injuries that Trishik just took.
I for
And
numbness.
I need you to make me a Fortitude save.
That's a 17.
Probably fine.
43.
43 is fine, as you feel just the force of this blow followed up by a tearing numbness. It's weird. The pain is dulled almost immediately. But you're gonna bite your teeth. You're too focused on your joy here. It doesn't manage to stop you. But he is going to whip around to the hallway here as it's turning, just swinging this towards Trishik. Arms wide as it gets facing.
Oh, no.
Chest ignites and just blast of blue energy down the
not
hall.
again.
Yes, I'm
ripping
so
through
glad I left the
Marshall,
hallway.
Roshin, and Rez.
Why didn't you close the
You
door?
all need to make reflex saves.
Oh my god, I left the hallway.
Why do you guys
roll
do this
twice.
to me?
Hey!
Thank you.
Roll
I'm clumsy
twice.
one though, so
Thank
That's
you,
a 16.
Foresight.
Okay, so-
16 and
Oh,
6.
well,
I'll
look
take
at
the
that
16.
19.
Oh, that's not
You
bad,
all
actually.
see this bright
16,
blast
a
of energy
16 and a 19.
rip down the hall. Yeah, great reflex saves apparently.
39.
Marshall.
So I'm actually
43.
here.
Succeed.
44.
Raz, succeeds. Succeed, Rasheen.
42.
Succeed. Everyone will take half, which is great because I don't have to roll half as many d6s. I appreciate that. You make my life a little easier.
You're welcome.
Oh, regenerate would have taught me out.
All three of you are going to take 38 points of force damage as
38.
this energy beam punches through you.
Man, I'm so glad I used that soothe on myself earlier.
Rasheen.
There's got to be one of those controller rods around here. Trishik, can you go find it if you can?
I will look for
It's
it.
probably hidden about somewhere. How did the Triad get one of these things?
They stole it.
Yeah, machine's easy.
Yeah, that's okay.
Right, theft. Yes, I forgot.
I forgot about crime.
They steal people, so why not still constructs? I mean,
Right. Karasach, 2 action, level 1 heal. Hit the golem with it. Hit the alum with it.
Okie dokie. And
Oh, actually, sorry. I'm in major curse mode. Pass the flat check.
and as you two action level 1 heal. As this reach out and hits him, you see again in the aftermath of this blast, these crackling lights throughout him sort of spark and move a bit erratically as it starts to jerk and lose a bit of control.
And I will stride the other side of it.
And
Through the mess.
but as you go to move around it, this spinning hand that just plows down towards you.
Reactive shield block.
Super cockoed. Roll that one again. 49.
Just a critical hit. Just a critical hit.
Curse is not happy.
I didn't punch him.
Yeah, Curse is not happy.
Yeah.
Blender Robot is blending everybody, friend and foe alike.
he has no moral compass.
56 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need a fort save from you as well.
Okay.
You got this.
56. All right, hang on. Down to 135. Fortitude save. 18 on the die.
Oh, you're probably fine, I'm sure.
Yeah, hopefully.
Big rolls. Big roll energy at the table today.
42.
Yeah, you're fine.
3, yeah.
It's 40, you're fine. Raz.
Raz.
Berry parade.
Now Rasheen moved very, very far away. Raz, instead, it was in the middle of trying to cast a spell on Rasheen as she walked away.
Out of line of sight and range.
Looks at Marshall. Here, Marshall, don't get hit as he casts Forbidding Ward on Marshall.
Oh!
You get a +2 status bonus to your AC.
Doesn't that one
It is a cantrip.
a marshal and something?
Marshall and the Loom.
Okay, and as you put this, you feel the magic grip on Marshall, but fizzle on the Illume as the spell phases out entirely.
Stare. I really hate this entire pyramid.
You have one action left.
Thanks, Raz.
Well, you know what?
Marshall's like, thanks, buddy. He has no idea I didn't do anything.
Marshall, widen your stance. Go down a little bit lower. That's perfect for your defense, Inspire Defense.
Gotcha.
Just coaching.
I mean, he is my coach.
Trishik.
I think I crit again. So a 44 to.
He's frightened one and not flat-footed.
He is flat-footed to me.
He's frightened one, right?
Dread
you have the
Striker.
thingy. Then that is a critical hit, yes.
Give me your ankles.
Just ripping. Trishik, leave him alone.
Trishik is in rip and tear mode.
So
Stop. He's already
12,
dead.
Well, he's not yet, is the problem.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
22, 28, 29, 35, 36, 37, 47, 94.
94 points of damage, okay.
Still not dead.
Chonky boy.
A lot. I mean, these are like top level Scarlet
are
Triad
you sure?
Enforcers. He's still up. I mean, he doesn't look like it right now, but the amount of
That's
damage
right.
he's taking looks like it. Did you roll 20? He's dead.
He had like 1 health left.
He had like 30, actually.
Oh.
But
He's just dead now.
He's super dead, yeah.
He's just standing. He's still standing there.
wanna
Do whatever
roll
you
it.
want. He's super dead.
He just wants to roll it up here.
That's actually a really good roll too.
Well, is it at least 30?
The universe doesn't
Hold
care.
on.
If it's at least 30. he's dead.
10, 21, 26, 27, 31, 34, 37, 49.
Whoops, that
So
was bad.
98.
Yeah, he's super dead. You have one action left, good sir.
Sneak or hide.
Okay, and as you attempt to crouch down out of view of this alum, it's not really facing you, sort of doing its own thing. It's at the hallway.
That's a 10. That is a 10. So
Feel it back in.
41.
You know what'd be really nice would be like an anti-vision token. Like, whatever this sees is hidden. So I just put it over there and dark
That's a
everything.
41 to hide.
All right, and as you crouch down in the middle of the room, Marshall, the cover is it's looking the other direction. Marshall!
Well, I'm gonna grab it by the ankles and trip it.
Okay.
Athletics. Nat 20.
Well, it's going to fall down, and it's even
this
going
He
to...
side
just
of the
literally takes
table-
literally one arm and just goes yeet.
Yeah, and you easily are able to topple this thing over as it's kind of jerking and staggering from this magic.
Yep. And then I'm going to go ahead and psych up because that 10 HP is always nice to have. And then I'm going to smack him with Big Red. -5. So that's a 36 prone.
36, even as he's on the ground, you're going to slam it down and it's going to clank
Ah.
against the metal hide of this alum.
But he's also flanked.
They're both circumstance bonus.
Oh,
They're both
They're
flat.
the same -2.
Oh,
Literally
never mind.
the same.
flat.
Never mind.
yeah.
My bad. Well, anyway.
Yeah, no,
it's-
good thinking, but those are identical demons, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, never mind. That's it.
And as he is now downed, Resme,
I knocked it over for you at least.
So Resme is going to touch herself in one action invisibility with her armor.
okay, as you disappear on the ceiling.
And she's gonna crawl down and get up kind of beside the machine.
Okay.
And she's gonna take some sovereign glue and she is going to squirt it all over this thing, trying to either stick it to the floor or gum it up so that it has a hard time moving.
Fair enough. And you just kind of hose this stuff all over it. How the heck do you spell sovereign? Hey, I got it. It only took me 3 attempts. We got there. Google worked.
First try every time.
You spray it all over this thing's metal chassis that's on the ground, and as it's there, still just kind of jerking and backfiring from this strange magic, it is going to turn. You're all kind of fanned around it, actually. There
It
is-
doesn't know that anymore.
Well, yeah, it doesn't know. It does. Oh, the thing is, it doesn't know Resme is there.
Yeah.
It is going to pull itself up. Absolutely provoking attack of opportunity.
Does nothing because I
And-
rolled a 4.
Yeah, and as you swing again, just kind of scraping across its metal hide, it gets upright. The one half of the 2-part 60-second set solvent of sovereign glue dripping from its body like water, and turn. Trishik crouch down, will glance your direction, and then turn back towards the man who is swinging at it and banging around, and just punch down, bulling his drill-like hand up into a big old fist. For a 44.
Lower. You gotta get lower.
Yeah. It attacks the tallest thing in the room. Because I crouched down below your level.
That's a
it went
regular
after
hit.
you.
Regular hit. Make me a fort save. Question mark. Make me a fort save.
41,
All right, you good?
42.
You're super good.
Yep. Because Juggernaut stuff.
And you will take 35 points of bludgeoning damage as it rights itself here.
You said 35?
35. Roshin.
Okay, so 26.
Bonk.
Because I'm mad.
What's that like?
Well, I can't cast again.
Sure you can.
No,
You
no,
can
I have
tickle it.
basic pattern recognition.
You can hold it until somebody else eats its attack of opportunity. Tanking.
Step. I'm gonna step this way. Oh man, it's so resilient. It's just so
It has
resilient.
taken 0 points of damage.
All right, well let's try to fix that. Let's take a swing at it with nice flanking here. 10 to die, 39.
39 will hit. Your sword, perhaps through luck, perhaps through it's not facing you and the backside is more exposed, You managed to land an actual damaging blow.
Alrighty, maybe it's
not evil.
damaging. Let's take that
It
out
is
of
a
the way.
machine.
Alrighty,
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6,
It has
Even
no
if
moral
it
compass.
even if it eats souls, the machine
It
itself
is
not
fed
evil.
souls.
That
it's
is
a machine.
eating.
Like, no, it seriously can eat souls.
No, souls can be stored inside it.
It's powered by a soul.
It's a box.
It's a
The box has hands, but it doesn't make the box evil.
The car's not
Only
evil.
20.
On the contrary.
I thought that this one was a paper shredder.
As you hit it,
A
you
people
will
shredder.
you will deal damage, but through its incredibly resilient metal chassis only just.
Alright. Step, swing. Let's swing again. Might as well. 3 on the die, so probably not.
Raz.
Marshall, your stance is not good. Lower. And Rashid, where are you at? Higher. I'm gonna just inspire courage, inspire defense.
It's not a bard day.
It's not a bard day.
It's not a bard day.
I'm conserving energy.
Trishik.
I mean, it's smart.
So, I don't know if it can see me or not. It looked where I was, but it gets an attack of opportunity because I'm going to reach in my back.
Okay. You are hidden, which means it can take an AOO whether you succeeded or not. There's 50-50 miss chance because you're concealed from it. But it is going to take it. 50-50 concealment. As it swings backwards towards Trishik, a little off angle, no one would know that but Trishik, no one can really see where he is. Its elbow almost pivots mid-flight to kind of course correct. This is concealment reroll. Still missed on concealment, so but it is
Fantastic.
going to swing wide and just swoosh the air harmlessly.
I don't know if it has 2 attacks of opportunity, but it's welcome to take another one as I put on the adamantine claws.
It's not. Pull it out, put them on.
Then I'm going to skirmish strike into flanking.
I don't know that you can do that.
Yeah.
I don't see how.
I can't see where Marshall is because of the
Marshall and Roshin are opposite sides. You would have to be on Marshall or Roshin's side.
Oh,
You
well,
were at best the diagonal.
I'm
here.
hidden, so I don't need.
That's, yeah, you're hidden anyway, so it doesn't matter. You got flat
I'll
footed
just
regardless.
skirmish strike 5 feet farther back and use reach. No reason to stand adjacent
Fair
to
enough.
something I
Back
can
into the
hit.
hallway a little bit.
And see if the adamantine claws makes this a little easier to fight because I just saw Roshin not do terribly well.
This is a big robot.
18 on the die, so the adamantine claws did something.
Probably. I'm sure that'll hit. What you got?
Let's see. I got a 48.
Flat-footed 48 will actually crit.
Ooh.
See, the claws did something.
The claw.
And the adamantine tips of the claws will absolutely rend through the metal construction of the illusion.
Nice.
He did it. You had the option. You're like, how many more golems could we possibly fight?
I didn't realize we were playing the Age of Golems.
After every single golem, you kept saying
Wait,
that.
law-
Sunk cost fallacy.
Lawful.
No, it's a robot. It has no
You
moral
gotta
compass.
try.
We've been over this.
Look,
I rolled 4 ones, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 25,
Probably take the screaming guy out. I
37,
think he stopped screaming at this point.
Still screaming.
30, 60, 74.
74. Okay.
I
And
kinda
you
feel
will
bad.
deal all of that. Marshall.
You know, I also feel kind of bad that I didn't take the opportunity to buy an adamantine version of my weapon.
Oh, and it's flat-footed to everyone.
Crit special is on class.
But,
Fortitude save.
You know what? When in doubt, if the trick works, I'm gonna trip him again.
Knock him down. It does seem pretty easy. The robot is not particularly nimble.
I'm not going to regrip my. I'm going to take Raz's advice and regrip my stance and.
Get lower.
Regrip your stance.
Get lower. Regrip your stance.
get low, guy.
I think he got the wrong.
It is better than what I rolled, but it's probably not going to do.
Probably still succeeds.
33 on that.
33 will not succeed. That's not going to be quite enough to bring the robot.
Okay, well that failed.
I think he misunderstood me. Maybe I should say it in Dwarvish and not in Common.
Language barrier here.
Yep.
I guess the claws, for explanation purposes, it's a weapon that you and I made together.
Well, they just make adamantine.
Yeah, I
claws.
lost open hand and in return got adamantine, but I have to put it on. So
Okay.
Not a free hand, yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and psych up and get that temp HP up, and then I'm just gonna attempt to smack it.
Bonk.
Hopefully, I'll actually hit it this time.
Regrip your stance.
I definitely hit it this time. With a 41.
Is that with the -5? Then yeah, 41 definitely hits.
Sound. I don't remember if sound does anything to it, but we'll find
You
out.
can absolutely do sound to it. Yep.
Scream at it.
That's 5 sound.
Stance regripped.
That's 22.
Successful. Martial loading.
53.
Okay.
2 11s in that pile too.
Pretty good hit. It's definitely gonna resist some of that just by merit of its construction. Resume.
Resme is gonna yell out, "Look around for the control," and then she's gonna take a moment to look around the room to see if she can spot a place where the controller might be.
Okay, we have rules for this. Where are you looking? You can seek a 60-foot cone or 30-foot
30-foot
cone or
15
15 feet
burst.
around you. So you could seek the whole half of the room you're on with one action.
Yeah, I'm going to seek the side of the room that has the blood in it.
The opposite side of the room.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a cone. So you can seek basically one of the corners of the room. You can seek the side of the room. Make me a perception check. You can functionally seek one side or the other.
That was not that great. So that's going to be a 31.
31, that's the whole room is a huge mismatch of boxes, barrels, crates, storage containers, garbage, blended refuse, smashed bits, papers, books, ledgers, shreddings, rubble, stone, strange oddments, ornaments, metal pieces, bits of weapons, old expired rations, food stocks they may have just gotten rid of.
You've been working on your Christmas list, haven't you?
You see no sign of one specific item in this mayhem.
I spy my little eye.
It is like an I Spy page, and you're looking for one thing while a robot is fighting in the way.
Nothing stops you from just doing
You
it 2
can
more
do
times.
it again.
I'm going to
Look with your special eyes.
turn on detect magic because that might help. Wait, from what I know about it before, would that light up? Because I rolled a nat 20 on that, and I got
know
everything.
that it would be magical, yeah. You cast Detect Magic, 2 actions at this point. You sense that the strongest magical aura in the room is the robot right next to you. The robot is going to go...
But there are other magical auras that I can look for next turn.
I don't know. Detect Magic shows you the strongest magical aura that it pings.
Really?
Yes.
Really? I
Read
didn't.
Magic is the single identifier, right?
I've never
Read
seen
aura
that.
upgrades and you
Read aura. Detect magic highlights all magic in a cone.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Is it a cone or an area?
It's
does,
an
does it
area.
get to the point where it shows
It
you all
tells
of
you
them?
the strongest. It highlights all magic in a cone, and you can choose to ignore magic you're already aware of, like items
That's
on your
how I
allies.
thought
I
it
thought it
worked.
topped out at the
So
highest level
pinpoint
thing
the
in room.
source of the highest level magic, something that automatically happens at the heightened of level
Yep,
4.
that's what I figured.
At level 3, you learn you detect pulse emanation or presence of magic. You receive no business with the presence or absence of magic.
Mm-hmm.
Heightened 3rd, you learn the school of magic for the highest level effect within range. 3rd level, you automatically pinpoint the source of the highest level magic.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, so
you
wow,
know
you're
that
right.
the
Yeah, it's like
powerful
robot.
source of evocation, which is the robot right next to you.
I had no idea that's how
Who
that
is
works, but
going
it's good to
to
know.
continue the Punchatron as Marshall stands in... Well, he sees Trishik now, and Trishik has got adamantine claws and done pretty well. He is
I
not
did about as much as Marshall.
smart, but you were the initial target, and you have reappeared. So he's going to turn back around, and Fist, you're going to go your direction now.
Does he have reach?
Yes.
I mean, he's large. Yes.
Nimble
He's
dodge.
going to step and then do that.
Didn't
Good
think so.
point.
He
He is
doesn't.
usually bipedal humanoids.
I
do have
didn't
it, but
remember
he
him having
does not.
reach.
He has
Puncho.
short arms.
Guess what? He's flanking. He's getting flanked with Marshall now.
He's diagonal flank.
Yeah.
It's still
Because I am large.
Oh, because you're large. You are getting the diagonal flank. That's right. You nimble dodge. He is going to do 48.
Not a crit.
Not a crit. Make me a
Is
fort
what
save.
we're looking for.
Don't throw it on the ground. That's not how this game works.
because it'll eat my luck.
Oh, you took production to luck now.
I shall re-roll that 3.
Took his luck.
I don't want to get a 29
It's terrible, terrible luck.
to a 19.
That's probably better.
So 19, 45.
29 points of bludgeoning damage, and he swings a second time. It'd be 1 higher, so 4 lower. I'm sure it's still a regular hit.
You said how much damage?
29? Question mark. Sounds
Sounds
right to
right.
me. And then second, I need a Fortitude save from you again.
18.
And 31 more points of bludgeoning damage. Roshin.
It's the longest I've ever seen Trishik visible in a fight, and he's just getting pummeled.
Because they didn't hide at the end, yeah.
See, I might be getting pummeled, but I am also dealing tons of damage
He
this
real.
combat.
Yeah.
He angry.
All right, let's see now. So Roshin's gonna step to flank the golem with Trishik,
Because I am Lord.
because you are Lord. And let's go and try and hit it. Got it. It almost doesn't.
Go for it. Roll twice.
Let's just do it.
Do your
It's
best.
defending. Foresight only got a defense.
Oh.
But first attack. Oh, it's 18 on the die. That's pretty good. So 18 plus curse bonus, 19, 47 flanked.
47 crits flanked.
Hey.
Roshin's in there with the numbers.
With the
Big
numbers.
bonk.
All right, let's see.
It does not
here.
take
7,
good
9,
if you
5,
rolled that.
14.
He's not.
Oh, the D6 isn't good? I thought the D6 was a good die.
The
There's
D6
just
is a good
D8s.
die.
But he's just
Those are
rolling
all
That
D8s.
looks like a D8 from this angle. It's just a brown square.
Well, they-
that points exactly at
They're
you.
all D8s.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, so I lost count. So let's see. That's
Good
9,
job.
15, 14.
Because you see from the angle that I'm looking at
15.
it.
That's 14. Well, all of you.
What about
You
3?
mean like 21?
26, 52.
52.
Hey.
Pretty solid.
Sorry, 54.
It is, of course, going to be a little bit less than that, but a good hit like that's not going to be negated nearly as severely.
Step
Is that
strike.
4 physical resistance?
Yeah.
Oh, I took 8 less damage.
Ray shield.
Okay.
Because that's probably going to draw its attention.
Yeah, just like that, Marshall. Regrip the weapon. Get down lower. You're doing great. The rest of you, where's resume?
It's weird you can see Trishik and not Resme. This doesn't happen very often.
It's also weird that I'm not big as much.
This is weird. Anyways,
Interiors.
keep up the good work, team. I can't fight this thing at all.
I'm sorry.
Why do they have one of these
Oozes
things?
into It's not a golem. It's a construct.
Yeah, you got to catch yourself, didn't you?
Yeah, it's
I
not
critted
a
again.
golem.
That is an 18 on the die, and it is flanked.
Fair enough. Wow.
I need a Fortitude save, please. It can roll a 1.
Well, what's the DC?
36.
It passed, but actually by 1. That was 37. I was like, that might fail. That's possible.
Well, let me make sure my class DC is 36.
I'm sure it's not higher than 37. It might be 37,
37.
but
If
it's
you're-
definitely
if
not.
you were-
higher.
Mine's
Passer.
36 because I'm expert.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
And bucket of dice.
Nice.
So
There's a lot of big numbers in there.
7, 11, 16, 22, 25, 30, 42, 54, 108.
What do you do to it, Trishik?
Nice.
Those damage rolls were insane this combat. I think you almost maxed every single attack.
There's a nice
And
bakery.
also you crit every single attack. That will tend to end a fight relatively rapidly. What happens to this machine?
So that fight was what? 24 seconds?
Something like that? As most are wont to be.
So kick the first guy into the robot. Robot's like, what?
It's 3 rounds.
Just for me to look up, see me already pouncing on the other one, ripping him to shreds. It's like, enemy reaches out, gets my attention, then I pounce on it and start ripping it to shreds.
Very successfully.
But I have to take the second to put on the claws because I gotta use the appropriate tool, and then just do.
You're like a cat with
I
rabies.
just rip the soul thing.
Trishik is just narrating
It's
all
mine
the
this
now.
to us.
crystal just with a like metallic scraping of metal being rent asunder as he rips the soul core out of the middle of this thing. The lights all go out throughout its body as it loses entire integrity. It doesn't like lock how it is. It almost just drops limp as a heap of rent metal upon the floor, falling atop the bodies of the 2 enforcers already slain. And now this room is much
back to it.
quieter than it was when you arrived.
That was
Raz just walks into the room clapping. Good job, team.
Just going to bow, and you'll see a large raw rend down my back where it crit me.
A little slapped. How's everyone looking?
you need
Fine.
you need some taters there,
I
sir.
mean, you negated
quite
the suit I did on
possibly
myself
is.
earlier.
I'm a little beat up.
Sure, let me help.
Well, I mean, if we have more than 10 minutes, I'll tater you. If not, then don't worry
You can
about
tater once. You tater him. Yeah, you can. I mean, that's up to you guys. You think you break here? There's a door in that hallway just beyond.
And
the hallway
I
continues
still
on
want to look
somewhere
around
else.
and find the remotes.
And there's also the secret panel that Rashik saw.
Which
Well,
now
he
that
hasn't
combat
told
is
me.
over and the noise has stopped clickety clank clank, I'll point over at that wall.
Oh.
Is another secret door over there? Might be a good idea to at least peek in.
I'll spider climb up there.
Well, wait a minute. Let's.
What are the chances of another alone being on the other side of that door?
Well, it's not even that. Oh, they're not gonna have two of them.
That don't.
Yeah, just like they don't have any more
Is there
golems,
The door does not
Roshin.
look like it is large enough to easily fit an Olin through. It
There,
is
you
a
see.
more traditional, like door-sized
wanna-
panel. It's about it's about 4 feet wide.
But certainly, we should find those remotes because if they do have more of them, then yes, we're definitely gonna be
They're
grateful to
I'm just
have
gonna.
them.
There is no need to find
Over
it
just a
now.
little
The
bit.
robot's dead.
Yeah, but we don't know if we're gonna run into any more.
We know what we will do when we do. I will check whoever happens to be nearby, swap remotes, and then we control it.
Looking at the panel since I'm up here, because I have spider climb on and it's for 10 minutes.
There's a
It's a-
door.
It's a door.
I don't know where you think it is on the ceiling.
Oh, he made it sound like it was like a secret panel, like
Like
up.
a
There,
panel in
as
the wall
in,
that
like-
slide aside.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Raz
It
is
is.
already like slowly. Just,
Raz's already peeping. Raz's already sliding and peeping in. You can see the area beyond is also unlit, similar to the vault you had found before. With white light is pouring in from here, it seems to be a narrow hallway, about the same 4 feet wide, that continues back a ways.
It's another hallway.
It's very nice. Close the door, please. We'll look in a
Take
moment.
69 points of health back.
What is with these? What is with
Well,
this and all the secret
Well, boss,
hallways?
How bad you feeling?
Was it
over
a
there?
crazy wizard?
Double taters.
Oh, you need double the taters. Okay. In that case, I pull out my tater stick and smack him with it.
So that's gonna be I can't math today apparently. 35 on the medicine check.
That'll
35
critically
crits,
succeed.
4d8 plus 10 health back to Sheik. What are you three doing?
She just cast a level 5 heal on me,
Okay.
and actually patched me up just fine because
32
curse healing is nice.
Total? 32 total, yeah. Just smacks you with the tater stick and you suddenly start feeling a little better.
I'm also looking around the room just because there's so much stuff in here, and Resme is like, oh, she's like a little bit overwhelmed by it, but she is kind of a pack rat. So
And it seems like so too were they. This looks like a whole bunch of oddments and records from almost the entire time that Scarlet Triad has been around. Almost all of it things that have been filed or sequestered away, possibly for months or years, that have been collected for a final sorting to see if there was absolutely anything worth keeping. Didn't look like they'd found anything yet, no.
I'm going to medicine check myself.
Oh boy.
I'm trained in medicine.
Give me a medicine check. Raz is got
just
little
want some
some
A natural 20.
Band-Aids out.
Were you doing treat wounds or were you doing battle medicine?
You get
Treat
48
wounds.
health.
Oh, okay.
A
Yeah.
double.
Raz
That's
is sitting there
just
with
like give me
his
the
little
big
Band-Aids.
heals.
That's why I took out the tater stick and smacked him with it.
I
Smacked him
have,
for 10 minutes.
I
Whack,
have
whack, whack.
a potion. Should I drink it as well so that we can save a few resources?
I think I have something I can do for you here. Let's see.
16.
Krasach, and I'll throw out a heal on you. It's gonna be a level
there it is.
4.
Surprisingly, I'm not that
Where
terrible.
are
I mean,
those
I'm
D8s?
Good looking number.
I'm hurt,
I got
but
it.
I'm not that hurt.
52.
I feel like
Is that a target for me?
That's my guess.
Oh. See, 11, 12, 13. 13 and 32 is 40.
5.
Thank you. 45.
That was close. Not as close as Raz, but. So, can I get another one of those?
I mean, I can.
Sure.
what
Doesn't
level?
have to be that. Just something about that level.
I think yeah, I'm not using level 4s for anything too bad. So yeah, I can do that. Sorry. Oh, wait, I'm stupefied still. Not if we take 10 minutes. No, we're not. I'm not stupefied.
Yeah, because we
Yeah,
took
you
10
cast it
minutes.
after the 10 minutes when you
for
him
to
start
heal
to
me.
settle down for sure.
And
'cause,
then
yeah,
I
he's
was like,
being
all right, I
healed
need
anyway.
about this much magic.
It is basically the same thing.
Yeah, it's pretty much almost exactly the same thing.
The
Actually,
hero
it's
point
better.
bucket has arrived. Kashyyyk and Marshall are at 0, no longer. Anchor, I think, has handed out 5 this session.
I know,
so far.
he's
Thank you,
like-
Anchor. You've been a great buddy.
He's the
He's the
man.
anchor.
Extremely valuable, too.
47.
I've re-rolled all of my lows
47
into
health.
highs. Hey, I'm almost back to full.
So are we going through the slidey door, or are we going down the
I keep
pathways?
getting hit by inconvenient damages.
Maybe Now, hear me out. You could say no, but something
No.
tells me maybe Raz should go down the smaller hallway and Trushik go that way.
No,
Like by himself.
Just to look.
no.
I mean,
We're not sending
Split
Raz
up.
anywhere alone.
Well,
Let's
I can
split
sneak.
up, gang.
you
I'm
saw how
sneaky.
effective it was
Well,
for
he's
me
tiny.
to handle this room.
I'm not worried about you.
I'm sneaky.
She looks at you like, did you think I was worried about
I mean,
you?
if it comes down to it, I'll go with Raz.
I mean, that's fine then. If you want to go, watch over, make sure. Yeah,
I
that's
get the
fine.
feeling it's probably not a good idea. I just get this feeling. It's not like we're up in the visitors hall. Perhaps we should actually,
Well,
take it seriously.
Then let's go down this one first.
We'll do the same thing we did last time. We'll seal off the door so no one can come through it. Put the movable rod there. And then we can go heading down
It's a
the large
sliding-
hall. We'll come back and check that one out later. How
It's
does
a
that sound?
sliding door.
Okay.
It's a sliding panel.
She puts it on the back of the sliding panel.
I don't think that works.
Oh, it's like
I
a
don't
pocket
really
door?
think
Is
We
that
can
what it
just-
is?
It like slides on the wall. I don't think you can really.
We
move
can
it.
just
like a pocket door.
Put
Okay.
the robot.
I've
in
got some
front
more
of the
sovereign
door.
glue.
I mean, I could do that.
Oh, we just
just-
ignore it.
You're trying to find a use for it, and I appreciate it, Resme. I do.
Your decision seems to be a bit easier than you may imagine, as a cursory inspection of the hallway to the south sees it just terminate.
That's getting a perception.
Shortly after it angles, the wall of the stone at this corner becomes less smoothly hewn, less finished. It's not rough, there's no tool bites in it, but it looks half finished, half constructed, half
interesting.
made, without the polish and the accompanying perfection, really, that has matched most of the rest of the architecture of this pyramid. The walls all have largely been smooth and barren, mostly bereft of any carvings or paintings or indications of any kind, but this is still rough enough. It's clearly, looks anyway, not quite done. Similarly, the door in that hallway leads to a walk-in pantry
Blank
of
wall.
a walk-in pantry of foodstuffs that looks like it's been mostly abandoned. Food stores, perhaps, to wait out a decently long period of time for a decent number of folk, especially paired with the ones that you had found farther upstairs, but nothing really of interest or value to the group of you.
Well, this looks uninteresting. Let's go down the other way.
Maybe the only real option here is a strange little secret hallway.
Okay. Well, into the secret
I'm gonna
hallway.
Check it out.
Oh, very good.
It's better than the stairs that went to who knows where.
As you head down the secret hallway, Trishik leading as usual, it curves off as well, angling immediately as it leaves this chamber to a straight run to the west before it takes an abrupt angle terminating in another simple wooden door like the one that had led to this chamber. Or maybe a perception check, Seeky boy, because I know you have a level of suspicious.
Always on edge.
I just hate doors in this place.
31.
With a 31, as you look over this door, it clearly looks like it is the backside of an entrance.
Found the secret door.
Yeah, perhaps to an additional secret door.
I will.
What are you? Is everyone coming down this hallway? We're all
They would
We're about
literally
15
be-
feet behind him.
Yeah, 10, 15 feet. However comfortable they are following me while not being directly behind me.
Raz is right behind you.
Fair enough. And as you reach for it to open the door, the instant you lay hands on it, the world falls silent as a blinding and deafening blast of white light emanates out from the frame of the door itself.
Flashbang.
There's a flashbang that is going to completely fry Trishik's retinas, and even behind Roche, the first two people in the line, which would probably be Roisin and Marshall, I imagine.
It's Raz, actually, and Roshin.
Is that what you decided? Or
No,
just
that's what
Raz
Raz said.
Well, then Raz
said.
and Roshin are going to get blasted by this as well. I'm going to need a reflex save from the three of
Is
you.
this a
Ironically,
visual?
Trishik will probably
Is
be
this
fine.
a visual?
Sounds really visual.
Wow.
It sounds
It's
very.
absolutely visual.
Can I counter performance?
Does that work?
It's a visual save. It's a visual auditory saving throw.
It's a light saving throw. It's not contingent on you seeing it, because your eyes being closed wouldn't really help you either. It doesn't have visual. I was like, they don't. It does actually have traits, but no, it does not have visual.
What the heck?
Fire and light.
Okay.
I was trying to think, because I didn't think it had traits. So I was like, logically, would it? Because I didn't know if they had it on
All right.
but nah. Reflex saves, lads.
Divine
40.
Lol.
Divine Aegis?
As you use your Divine Aegis, you will get a little bit of a bonus
It's a
there.
divine
It's
flashbang.
Can I
It's
have
not
you
a
reroll?
spell at
Not
all.
at this point.
It's a literal flashbang.
It must be it's not magical.
Roshin.
It's just
So it
And
doesn't
Raz.
have the divine tag.
It does not. No.
Raz panics and turns around and looks at Roshin
At exactly the right moment.
at exactly the right moment.
Better.
Better.
Rez.
42.
42 was a regular success, Rasheen.
Your exploration activity wasn't anything involving
was
saying that, right?
Dirge of Doom.
Doom, right?
Dirge of Doom.
No.
Okay, so Curse is mad. So I'm down to here. So Reflex save. Bulwark? Damaging? Does it do damage?
Give me bulwark, yeah.
Okay. So that's 35.
35 will fail. Trishik succeeds, so he critically succeeds, so you're not taking anything.
I just
Roll some dice.
Thank you, Mr. T, for that. It would have been way worse if I didn't have it.
Raz, you were going to take 33 fire damage. Rasheen, you were going to take 66 fire damage.
23 fire damage.
And
We all have fire resistance.
Rat. Trishik just kind of closes his eyes, and somehow the proximity, the explosion sort of surges around behind him.
Despite me being large and in the front.
But in a moment, even those of you in the back who aren't physically hit with this feel the blast of heat and this blinding force. And it takes a moment for the stars to leave your eyes. All except Roshin, whose vision does not very quickly seem to return. You are blind.
Okie dokie.
Blinded by the light.
See, I'd rather me be blind than anyone else because I can just.
So
And as you look at it,
Scene.
Trishik, this door now completely singed, just kind of falls to the ground.
as a reaction to this happening, I'm going to pop an invisibility and bolt out from our little hidey hole.
God, lizard somehow flying past this large. It would be. Do you have that fast squeezer thing? You would literally need that
As-
because their bodies fill most of the passageway.
As a
Oh, no,
reaction.
I'm skittering in. I'm going on the offensive.
Into what?
Oh, is there
door.
nothing there?
Oh, the door falls down and you just bam.
Oh, so like the door doesn't like
the door just went
collapse into
conk
the room.
onto the ground.
There's a fake door.
It fell off of its frame, and you kind of skitter and reactively invisible, and there's nothing behind it. It's just
Okay.
a stone face. Who else is seeking? You were recalling knowledge.
Oh, that's right. I
You're
am now.
blind. Were you seeking, Raz?
No.
It's just
You,
me.
there's Jimmy. Nobody else is seeking. Looking around this hallway here, this seems to have once again been another one of these little bait holes. Pyramid.
I hate this place.
I
So-
know.
It's awful.
Can I burst a perception check to see if there's another door?
Sure.
All hallways
A
lead somewhere.
secret door behind a secret door.
Double secret door. Meanwhile, Rasheen still blind. Vision has not returned to you yet.
How many fingers am I holding up?
44.
Pretty singed.
Where are you?
Right in front of you. Down to
Sheeny.
the left.
She doesn't complain at all. Taking it like an absolute trooper. 66 fire damage, totally blind, just sitting there.
It's inconvenient.
The armor absorbed most of it.
Did it?
Yeah.
I mean, it made my save higher.
That's fair. The 44, as you look down, you see another sliding panel set into the corner of the hallway on the opposite side,
Sweet cheek.
behind you.
Restore senses.
As you cast this, your sight coming back. You get to counteract check, actually, don't you?
I mean, it is one, but you can just give it to me if
Nah,
you want.
counteract check.
Okay.
That's good.
13 on the die, going to 41.
41 will succeed. You will be able to dispel the blindness, and your vision comes back.
I'm right there in your face too.
Goodness gracious.
Mr. Sheik turns around, walks to the other side, and finds a sliding panel on the back end where the door was facing.
Skittering out into this one. Another flashbang goes off.
This
What
is
are
for
the odds?
extra thieves.
As you slide this one open, it leads into a bit of a wider chamber, maybe 15 feet across, but a small enclosure with only barely standing room for maybe 4 people in here comfortably in front of it. And even that's a little bit close. There was another smaller dolmen set against the back here, sat on top with a quartet of ancient decaying sacks surrounded by incredible statuettes, carvings, and strange oddments and figurines of a wide assortment of precious metals, inlaid gemstones, rare woods, ivory. This is a huge pile of money. But
This is actually valuable.
Maybe.
Get the scale.
what? What's that like?
Rasheen, you want to go check it out?
I'm changing.
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Can I change my exploration activity
To what?
to seeking?
You can change it whenever you want, yeah.
Okay, I'm changing it to seeking.
So as you get in here, you can see just an incredible variety of things. There is a massive golden necklace set with what appears to be a vulture, its wings spread, forming almost a plate as the whole front of it. Green beads woven about with delicate wire of fine shimmering silver, almost blue-hued. Figurines carved seemingly of raw silver, a few inches high each, 9 of them gathered around together. A crystal ewer shaped like a flamingo standing near 2 feet tall on the side of the dolmen itself. There is a carved jade tablet. There's a platinum and ruby flute of some
Like,
kind sitting
seriously,
there.
when she
There's-
sees the flamingo, you literally see like a bubble cloud form around Resume's head with like a question mark in it as she just kind of moves on.
Just are you moving into the room?
Yeah.
When you come and you step into the chamber, look around. There's no light in here. You got dark vision, I assume, but you can see all of this without color. But you can still see the glint and the sheen of much of this. It's shiny. It looks valuable, but in dark vision, you can't easily tell rubies from glass. Does anybody have light? We all dark vision, team dark vision. at this
Light.
point.
I think we did have light with the party because not everyone has dark vision.
Darn it.
Light.
Somebody has it.
I have light.
And
light.
putting it, a resume then putting it into the chamber illuminates all of this before you. It's, absolutely sparkling in the glow of the magic.
Got a perception check to look for traps and triggers and explosives.
Detect magic.
The 2 of you seekers, make me perception checks. There's Baz in the background still tooting his sad jazz.
Mhm.
His scary jazz.
You never know when a wall's going to attack you.
43.
Yeah.
Give me the traps.
Give me a minute. That's
You
gonna
look
be
it over.
a.
These are all resting on top of this dolmen.
Which is one giant pressure plate.
It doesn't appear to be
that
attached to
a
anything. It is set as a part of the floor with
Okay,
a
you're right.
tablet on a tablet on top. None of it appears to be mechanical or anything that can react. You don't see any tripwires. You don't see any sensors, magical or mundane, throughout the room. No nozzles, no dart holes, no slots where saw blades will come flying through the chamber. No giant boulders waiting to roll
No
down the hall.
oozes.
No oozes.
49.
You don't either.
But no,
Looks really
I'm actually
valuable.
looking. I'm actually more looking at the things to see if they're are they magical or are they real.
The room is
With
glamored.
the give
It's
you
a
the
news.
tech magic too, you would definitely
The whole room, just a news. One giant news.
detect
Mimic.
magic in here.
It's just
Not again.
It's just a gelatinous cube. The whole room.
The whole
No, it's an
pyramid.
inverted gelatinous cube. There's a hole inside where you walk in and it closes behind you.
Have you not figured it out yet that
collapses.
you're an inverted gelatinous cube?
I'm
What a twist!
a correctly inverted gelatinous ooze.
Whatever.
What?
Our brain
I'm
cells
inverted.
are dying slowly.
Instead of being
And I was
inverted,
the one
I
that
am
was
averted.
stupefied earlier.
You would detect one
It's me.
potent aura of necromancy.
Oh, that is not me.
The strongest potent aura of necromancy would be a small pink clay, or what looks like a perfume bottle shaped like a hedgehog. A small little spout on top.
It's adorable.
I'll take a look at it. I'll try to identify it.
Just drink it.
You're a lich now.
He picks it up off of the dolmen, looks at it, studying it for a minute. What are you
One
doing,
action.
Kashyyyk? Oh, what's one action now?
Legendary.
Okay, was
It's
one action.
It's
then.
1 minute at master, one action at legendary.
Size that up real quick, like.
I will not allow this to continue. I hate identifying magic items.
She took
I
that
hate
feat
them.
where
I
she
hate
can't
them. I
critically
hate
fail, and all
them.
she ever rolls is once.
I'm gonna re-roll it into a
And she
one.
makes
So
fun of-
bad at identifying
And they make
things.
fun of me for being 50% right 50% of the time.
Okay, I feel way better now.
It's perfume.
It's a 46.
It is something that will be deployed as a mist, but there's a very tiny amount of enchanted liquid within this bottle. A few sprays on and around the affected area would have the effects of a major healing potion. 8d8 plus 30 hit points restored.
Well then.
That's very
This little
useful.
spritz.
Spray it right in the sword hole.
What?
Whoa.
Whoa. Sorry.
This
Missed that one.
This little spritz.
It's sprayable Neosporin, yeah,
It's
pretty
the
much.
old Neosporin.
Oh, aid spray. Just. I feel better.
That'll be useful for later.
But, you know, we would
But in a world where
also...
magic exists, so it
Don't
makes
take a
sense.
shower with this body spray.
We can also
It's expensive.
take the goods as well.
Is it just the one magical?
That's the only magical signature you see.
But
Oh,
the other
it's-
stuff could still be valuable.
Yeah, it's a magical hood
I thought
bag
we weren't
and
looting the
then money.
crypt.
There's not this much. There's not that much stuff here.
So you
I'm not having anything to do with it.
equate
I've
your
lost- I've-
ethics
I've lost
on
my
how much
fitness and
valuables are in
privileges.
the crypt.
So you know what I'm
At
gonna
least my
do?
argument was correct, Raz. They removed my argument even if I didn't have the right room at the time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna set my scale up and start measuring items and then writing down a monetary value to then hand to you as a gold and platinum receipt
Here's the
for
thing.
everything in my bag of holding.
Trushiq Central Bank of Galarian.
I was all about respecting the dead until they literally started trying to kill us every 5 seconds when we were in here. For some reason,
Plundering the tomb? That's the point. That's
I
what
didn't
it's
want
for.
to plunder the tomb, but now I'm kind of feeling justified.
But it's not their stuff.
It's my stuff.
It's his stuff.
She's taking it.
I mean, I can't
Mr.
fight.
Sheik starts
I can't
playing
stop any
stuff.
of you from doing anything.
He puts the
You can just be disappointed.
the broad golden vulture on a necklace on the scale, weighing it out to about 650 gold. He puts the green beads that are with this very thin silvery wire on there, about 800 gold. Starts putting the silver figures on there, worth about 100 each. There's 9 of them. You got a big old flamingo that probably won't fit on your scale. It's like 2 feet tall. You got to figure that one out yourself.
I'll just carry it around on my shoulder.
I'm massively confused about the flamingo.
There is just a
Party favors,
perfectly
bro.
cut ruby about the size of a thumb that would impress the Jewelers Guild a pretty good amount. That's worth 1,000 gold just as a raw stone by itself. That carved jade tablet, it looks like it depicts a strange skeletal figure who has like the upper torso, like the bust and head of a woman, but her limbs and her hips are just raw bone, swinging a scythe
I know
through
that one.
another figure, another woman with long, pallid hair that almost wraps around the whole outside of this. Legendary religion would depict this as a tablet showing Urgathoa beheading Pharasma. Worth
Cursed.
about Cooper cursed. Worth about
Cursed image.
350 gold.
Just leave that one where you found it.
That's going in the 350 gold pile.
There's a steel flask on there as well that you pick up and go ahead and
A
just
fine 2,000 year vintage.
set down on
Of
there.
slumber wine.
Simple man can't find elixirs.
It gets-
I tried
it gets
really
stronger with
hard.
age.
I can only find potions.
It's in the alchemical section and not the.
Yeah.
Oh, it's under A for elixir. Oh, that's why I couldn't find it.
Ale,
I see.
elixir.
Loser.
A for elixir. And it's worth about 3,000 gold.
I'm going to hand that one to Resme. I don't believe this is normal. Please check it.
Okay.
And this is
The
small
scale
steel
says
flask.
it's valuable.
You open it, it's barely got a few drops of liquid in there, and it's absolutely unscented. You were looking at this bottle, have no idea what you're looking at. It's not magical at all.
Yeah, I'll have to analyze it with alchemy,
That
but I'm
would
gonna
be
do
like
it later.
10-minute alchemy activity, yeah. And then you start picking up the leather bags that are on there, and they're so decayed, as you go to lift them, they just rip, and coins just spill everywhere.
That's to be expected.
Silver, gold, platinum pieces
About how many of
spraying
each?
all across the dome and res. You
I'll,
figure it's
I'll
about
purposely open all the bags so it's just a pile.
looks like it's about 33 platinum, 780 gold, and 1900 silver.
Raz can't help but join in as soon as there's counting involved.
How much platinum was
how
it?
quickly everyone's
38.
morals have abandoned them.
I've never had morals.
That's fair.
He is a rat.
What would you ask?
How much platinum?
33 platinum, 780 gold,
33.
1900 silver.
This is not about morals. It's not gonna hurt anybody.
I don't know. We're depraving some poor guy in his afterlife. He no longer has money.
Oh,
So you got all
Does
that-
that actually work, by the way, as resident legendary religionist?
What?
that if you rob a tomb, the dead don't have money anymore?
You robbed their bank.
That is the beliefs. I mean, that is what the Assyrian. A lot of
Right,
the
I know
Assyrian
beliefs,
worship
but
believes.
like the thing is that like metaphysics are actually real.
Yeah, it's definitely not how it works.
Okay.
No.
Okay. We're
More
feeling
of
pretty good.
insulting their tradition than it is like it's not. There's not going to be some guy enjoying his fine tea in the afterlife, and suddenly his teacup pops out of existence because he's poor now.
Oh, my money.
Do you
My grave goods.
Oh.
do you reassure me?
My pyramid. Whether this would
Oh,
be
it's
offensive,
fine. It's fine. They won't
it's
miss
very possible that this could offend and enrage some spirits, but it would not literally directly.
Oh no.
I don't want to fight ghosts.
Tomb 1. Nobody will walk inside. We can't take this. This is their good. It's their burial. Tomb 2. Mine.
Tomb 1.
Sweep in the bag. Sweep in the bag. Mine.
Tomb 1 was obviously
it.
trapped.
Tomb
4 out of 1 was right.
Tomb 2 is like, well, Tomb 1 really wasn't that bad, to be perfectly honest.
See, the problem is Tomb 1 was too obvious, which is the only reason Trushik wasn't like, yeah, that's my money now.
Oh,
Like,
and
that's too
Justinian
easy.
9 has a point. We were told we could keep what we found.
Yeah, I think that was more aimed at the triad, but the Packmasters did tell
We
you
found
you
it.
loot the pyramid. So I mean,
The
You know what?
Scarlet Triad
our
didn't.
bar for morality is the Packmasters. Now I'm glad you come around, Roshin.
Welcome
See,
to
I
the side
knew you
of the...
could find some common ground.
Welcome to the side of the law.
Welcome to
The
Catapash.
common ground is you can have stuff you find. All right, you know what? Roshin's on board with that. That's fair.
I can
This
justify
is
that
too
in my
much money
head.
to not take.
You
So
know
is all
what?
the
This
ceramic
is
coins in
gonna
the
go
other
to
room.
good
The
use.
one Urgathoa and Pharasma tablet could pay for that man's tuition.
You are so right. We're gonna put that guy through
Just
school.
don't let a Pharasmite catch you with that.
Hey, Pharasmites, how much is this tablet worth?
Hey, it's a picture of Urgathoa killing your god. You wanna buy it?
I could just bring that around
It's
as
just
a
bad fan
reveal
fiction.
machinations. Look who I worship.
Realistically, it would. Knowing
It's
how
ergonomics.
Pharasmans operate, they would be equally interested in it, you know, to dispose
Destroy
of it
it.
properly. You know, like they would, unironically, be very interested, and would probably pay very well for it. But
Would you
this-
like some heresy?
This appears to be the true tomb vault of the Red Pyramid.
Not anymore.
Well, it still is. Now it's just a lot poorer. Most of the stuff is tucked in your bag of
Belongs in
holding.
a museum.
In there with a pile of crap and the manacles, and Trasik's just got a big crystal lawn flamingo tucked under his arm. He's gonna head back out the gift shop.
No, I'm keeping the flamingo.
No, that's an improvised
The Great
weapon.
Museum, thanks.
Improvised
He's gonna
weapon.
retire to his home in Florida now.
It's a 2 foot tall, rather narrow flamingo. I would say you could fit it in the bag of holding mostly. The head and neck is going to
Yes.
be sticking out.
Yes.
That's as far in as you. There's the crystal flamingo poking its head out of your bag of holding.
Severin is literally following it around, pecking at it, trying to figure out why it won't
Even-
talk
Little
to him.
onyx eyes.
Even better idea. My next perfect distraction is going to be awfully pink.
Oh my god, I hate you.
The crystal flamingo is going to be your perfect distraction.
They're going to get dazzled by the sparklies.
Well-
How much money shall I remove from the thing?
I didn't give you the price. of the
Oh, that's
flamingo,
true. You
I
did.
don't
I can't put it on
feel
scale.
bad.
know. We're good.
He knows the flamingo's trash.
Yeah, the trash is going to be used. Don't worry.
It's gaudy.
It's
not
gaudy as
bad.
hell, and
Well,
it will be
Roshin,
sacrificed.
everyone came around to your opinion on tomb looting.
I
so
knew they'd come around.
Worked out great
eventually.
for you, really.
All right.
I mean, what's a
my
better way
opinion
to
in
pay
the
our
first place?
What's a better way to pay our respects to the dead than to spend their money?
Eat
It's
their...
not their
Anything
money.
else?
They've been in the cycle for long enough. They
What
probably
he's
don't even
trying to
remember it
say is
exists.
their respects are really expensive. If we're gonna pay for them, we're gonna need something.
Yeah, it's a nice way of looking at this. We'll go with it.
And this, I believe the only avenue you have left that you're aware of is the staircase descending from the archive chamber where we
Yes.
started.
That would be correct.
Down,
It seems
down the
that,
goblin
as far as
path.
you can tell, I mean, you have come across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 secret doors that you know of. Discounting any additional secret doors that you may have missed, this seems to be cleared behind you as you continue your descent. And possibly, removing an alum and some more triad enforcers from the rear is probably smart, all things considered.
This place is Hellworld.
Yeah, that's not Sakurat.
Your Hellworld.
Your hell world.
So I assume then, are you ready to proceed down the stairs?
Yep.
Dare say we
Into the
may.
abyss
Might as
we
well.
go.
Do you have more healing or other preparations to attend to?
I would like a sandwich.
Sheenie, do you need something, honey?
Oh, right, the hallway exploded.
You do look really kind of bruised
Right,
up.
I'm on fire. a bit.
Little singed.
Yeah, actually, if you wouldn't mind.
Sure.
Gonna put this crystal flamingo in the ground right outside Citadel Altarian. It's gonna be the only lawn ornament you have. Just one incredibly expensive crystal flamingo.
I will keep this flamingo. I will keep it.
Raz is
Well, it's
gonna
not
hum
getting
a little
sold.
tune to himself and do a level 2 soothe on himself again.
Okay.
Self-sufficient.
You're not
Raz is in
hurt.
the
You're
corner,
fine.
having a great time. You enjoying your dungeon
Yeah.
experience, Colby?
Oh yeah,
I'm glad you're having a good time.
I'm having
I'm
no.
having a good time.
I'm like, I forgot to bring the popcorn and the bread.
I'll potato myself.
I'm just watching them fight.
Hasn't
Continue to recovery.
does that make? Oh, it makes it 10 minutes, right? Yeah, you absolutely could do it. Yeah, you could.
Yeah, heal 10 minutes later, and then you're good. That's a
33.
crit.
48 plus 10.
Leaving
We
the
all
level
sat
eights.
down at the table to play Pathfinder today, and five
you
of
crit.
us picked up our dice,
You only rolled two.
got
You
our
just double
books
it.
and our character
I only have
sheets, and got ready for an adventure. Rez sit down and just saw several cutscenes we'll play in sequence.
I'm not going to use them.
Skip cutscene.
That's been his day.
Same number.
Managing.
This cutscene is unskippable.
Not even voice acted.
Rest. Rest.
Voice acted, screw you!
Rest. I have tidings.
But
A new hand.
the group of you will need to proceed down this staircase single file, as it is relatively narrow, leading to yet another floor of fun and excitement in the depths of the Red Pyramid. Trishik's still leading, I assume, followed by Roshin,
I'm
Marshall.
behind
It's been
Rasheen.
working out great for me.
Raz,
Raz,
Marshall, Resme, and the back. As you descend the stairs here, you can see the floor below is still well lit. It looks to be the same. Torchlight cast across throughout the chamber. And the room below is surprisingly well appointed. Compared to everything you've seen on this level, which basically had the bare minimum of furniture to be functional for the Scarlet Triad operations, this almost looks like a receiving area. Even as you descend down, the bit of the room that you can see is full pretty well of various chairs, rugs, some knee-high tables. It's a very well-appointed and comfortable sitting room.
Some stomach high tables.
Is there anything to eat?
Well, as you come and descend the stairs fully to be able to see the chamber before you, there is a doorway that would be open that leads through to show that there are already a pair of folk here awaiting, perhaps to finish some final business with the Scarlet Triad here. It's not Eitram from the Aspis Consortium, but it is a face that you recognize, or at the very least, a face that recognizes you. Two large bluish creatures with their extremities, their hands and their feet kind of a
no.
dull orange, and their chest the same color,
It still stands again.
almost with a glowing yellow light emanating from within. A massive tentacles splaying back from behind their shoulder blades, and their heads craned on long necks looking like near skeletal bright orange anglerfish.
I remember
As
him.
Trishik comes down the stairs,
I don't remember them. Did I miss that? Was I not here?
they both turn to regard the group of you, and motionless, no movement from their jaw or their figure whatsoever, the five of you would hear a voice just sort of roll through your head. You. I remember you from the auction.
We come in peace.
Oh, from the auction?
Yeah,
Would
no,
they-
they summoned one of those into the auction so we can bid on.
Would they see me?
Yeah, they saw me and you saw
I
them.
would 7 machine behind you as you're coming down.
Yeah, like they wouldn't immediately notice me.
They would immediately notice you, but they have an entire party coming down behind
Yeah.
you. And I suppose there is where we can leave today's session.
I just like them to know that I'm completely a pacifist here.
And these
We are not.
fine gentlemen, one of which that we met briefly at the auction, I believe you wanted
called
to
me
talk
food.
to him.
His
he
name is
did
Herman.
call you
Did
food.
we want to talk to
I
him?
well
Raz
I
did. Raz
I did.
Raz talked to him.
I tried to talk to him.
Rez wanted to go talk to this man.
He had a lovely conversation.
No, he called me food.
He called you food, and then he
I mean,
left.
lots of people call Raz food. I feel like that's not really
No.
like a big indicator.
When we return
That's a weird thing. to
next
call
week.
Raz.
We will still be playing next week. It's the weekend after Thanksgiving. Hopefully, you can come join us. Very full of assorted foods. Those of you in America, and very full of a regular Saturday. Everybody else, and you can come hang out as we proceed to B2 of the Red Pyramid.
We may even eat leftovers right in front of you.
I am
Second
excited to roll more 20s.
Level of
You're gonna
basement.
fail at life next
And
session.
some nice,
I'm ex-
fine. I believe you identified them. Did you not? You know
Yeah,
what these are?
we
Some
did.
fine astrodemon gentleman here with some final business with the Scarlet Triad.
I'm
We'll
ex-
see what exactly that is and how much more pyramid there could possibly be. How many subfloors could one
7.
massive criminal globe-spanning enterprise possibly have?
All of them.
If the life has taught me anything about evil overlords, it's that they do not skimp on their evil overlord hideouts.
They don't
I'm
appear
just excited to
have,
cast
no.
Urge of Doom again.
You're already casting it, are you?
I'm excited for it to do something.
Thanks, everyone, for being here. Thank you for hanging out.
Thank
and
you, Anchor
joining us.
89, for
Thank you,
7,000
Anchor 89
hero
for a
points.
pile of
Yeah,
hero
the
points.
true anchor of this episode was Anchor
Next
89.
week, the next floor. How long can this go on? Enjoy your weekends, everybody.
Bye.
Hopefully we'll enjoy your Thanksgivings as well. Catch you next time.